like this.
Chat, hello, how are you doing?
Sometimes we speak about, you know, like
broadcast,
players from
there
the
we
down
go.
there when they're playing against each other, oh, they know that. But Heretics has been the only team in EMEA that has made no changes, not at all. So Patitek being there last year, this is he knows exactly how the protocols work, how you know, the coaching staff even makes decision after those timeouts. He kind of can have that input of, I think they're thinking this.
Yeah, and of course he's already knocked out Runner, he's knocked out Prophet. He's going to be facing his ex-teammates today, and it was a very wholesome interview I managed to do earlier with Patitek and Rians. Take a look at this.
My opinions on chat.
Welcome to my weekly
Fnatic.
third wheeling
You mean
session
chat?
here. I'm now joined
You're all
by
getting
Patitek
picked up by
and
Fnatic?
Rians.
Hello.
You guys, I don't even feel like I need to introduce you guys. Of course, former teammates, but enemies today,
That's
or
not.
that's not. That's all.
I mean,
rubbish?
honestly, I'm happy for you guys.
All rubbish, not enemies.
I wouldn't say enemy.
Yeah.
Always friends.
Always.
Now speaking of your friendship, you miss each other? You miss seeing each other all the time, being on the same team?
I mean, I miss him so much. Like, even my teammates know it. Like, every day in the office, like, if you talk about Patitek, everyone's like, we miss him.
And is the same for you as well?
Of course, I miss them so much. Like, I think about them every day.
What is the one thing you miss the most about the other person?
So like about each player?
No, just Rians and Rians.
Oh, the vibes
about
with him.
Patty.
The vibes. With him.
vibes?
Yeah,
Okay.
the vibes are immaculate, and we are always having fun. You know, always saying random stuff, funny stuff. You know, it's just a blast with him.
Always joking, always laughing.
Yeah.
For me, I think Patty is the like most funny guy in my life. You know, so when he was like in the team, like he was bringing so much joy and fun in the team. You know, so I miss that the most.
And what is one thing you feel like you've learned from the other person throughout your experience of being on the same team together?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I would say that I learned having fun from the game and resilience from the young people, you know, from the younger people. I'm still young,
You're
right?
really young,
I'm
yeah.
25, right? But he's 19, so you gotta learn from the youngsters still, right? You cannot be like egoistical and be in your own head all the time. You gotta learn from them, and I think that the most important thing I learned is that resilience and having fun in game.
Oh.
For me, like Patty in game, he's doing some stuff like without hesitation. You know, so I would say I learned that from Patty when we were playing together.
Now, some people are gonna feel like you might have a little advantage over the other because you know how each other play, you know what each other do. There's a lot of mind games going on. Would you agree with that? Do you think that there is maybe something in your mind that you feel like, I can react to what Heretics are doing because I know this is how they like to play?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, from the time I was playing with them, I know like the reactions and like I know what they like to do, but I feel like it's all up to just pure gameplay, you know, and just reading the gameplay. I'm not gonna be like going to the game saying things like, oh, I know how to read them, they're gonna do this and this and this, because every reaction might be different, right? So it's hard to read them, and it's hard to, like, even though I played with them, I still don't really know what they're gonna do.
And Rians,
Fast
what
map
about you?
is
Is it
Lotus.
like, oh, he's knifed here, I know where they're going?
It was
I mean,
Liquid
not
spam
really,
ban
to
for a
be
bit,
honest,
right?
Because like when you're joining a different team, like the reactions can change and everything can change. So like Patty might be not same Patty in Liquid, you know?
Yes, exactly.
And lastly, I know the fan
have a
artists
Reina.
on social
Wait.
media are going to love
We
it.
have
So
a
can we
Reina?
just get a shot of you in that camera
Dude.
for the artists out there to make some fan art?
That would-
I know they're
I think
gonna
that would
love
be
this. You're
every
welcome, I got
agent.
you.
Nice, love that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
wish they
I
could
think that's
just
every
both
agent
go. I
so
wish they could
far.
all go, but they can't. And unfortunately, after yesterday, Kakuka, there's a lot of doubters of Heretics.
Chat, is Reina the only
exactly.
agent that
I
hasn't been
think
played?
that, we all know how Vitality has come into the tournament, but the performance that we saw yesterday from Heretics, it has to be devastating, leaving that upper run with a 13-1 loss on your map pick. It's not feeling great.
Yeah, and
How
Kamara,
am I
did
today?
you
I'm
like
doing
the
good,
changes
dude.
they
Thanks
brought
for
on these
asking.
maps yesterday?
To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan. I think it's just a style that like doesn't fully work for them, right? Like I think if you want to run something completely different, like the two Turkish players, Wood and Rians, they're both very consistent at the game right now. Like they're really big anchors for that team. Like put Wood on ISO if you're gonna change comps like that.
Yes.
Like this guy's a beast. If you put him on ISO or like you want to run like the Euro ISO comp,
Yeah,
I think
I
that
do
might be
agree with
better.
that.
Something like this, like with a comp like this, you're kind of push pulling. You're trying to push pull and like make them rotate. but then the executes get a little bit weak.
Yeah, well, I see. We'll see if they do make those changes coming in today.
I think they probably will make that
all
change for
around the
Haven.
world are waiting to find out which team will be the last to go to Masters Bangkok. It comes down to Team Heretics.
Do you know how early in advance they film it? I mean, they'll normally film it on the day, like a little bit before.
With me.
Didn't Liquid do something similar a while ago? Boaster? Oh, I forgot to ask Boaster. Let's see if I got him on Discord. Grab him.
The other 7 teams have already locked themselves in for Masters Bangkok, and there's 1 ticket left. Will it be Heretics or will it be Team Liquid? We'll find out in this best of 5. But let's talk about this map, Veto. It will be a best of 5, and there are certain maps, Kakuka, we're gonna have to see no matter what.
Yeah, what do
exactly. We have seen Heretics permabanning the split, and we probably expect that to see them
Split
yet
up
again.
home.
And Team Liquid has
Liquid-
decided to
Liquid might
at
get a
least
little bit
lock this
wrecked
off, and
map
Team
wise.
Heretics jumps straight in.
The pick of
Yeah.
Abyss
Is this a
makes
trap,
sense.
Koala? Because we know Liquid don't like
Their
this map.
fracture go a little bit
I'm starting to
better.
think that they're gonna run like a they like the Tejo.
Okay,
clearly.
Abyss
I think
is
they might run
must
like a
win.
pseudo style, like similar to G2.
Trying to think
with
of
a breach
liquid-wise,
Tejo. I
Abyss
think
is a
something
must
like that
win.
might come out and might catch the
Their
Heretics
fracture's
off
not
guard.
too bad.
And Team Liquid picking Abyss.
This is a
after what we
question
saw
mark.
Yesterday. Okay, we
They
can
have to.
understand it. Very excited also to see Team Heretics picking
Yeah.
second one. The
Actually not
fracture, Team
too
Liquid
bad.
just changed the composition and the way that
The
they're
Haven's
playing.
pretty
Maybe
nice.
they think they can have some edge there. And of course, that's the minimum of maps that we can have. But also, let's bring in the context, right?
What percentage chances does Liquid have to win this? It kind of depends how good their Lotus is. I would say, like, if the rumors are true and they're playing Arena, then I would say maybe I was giving them 35% earlier. I would give them 30% now.
Over 200 rounds more the Team Liquid has
Because
played in this server,
Arena and
Yeah,
Lotus
this
in
is what
theory
Heretics went through last year in a very similar position at kickoff.
could be
as
better.
well. Honestly, before I
Could
saw
be
the
better.
vetoes, I felt
You just use the
really worried
ISO,
for
I guess, from what we
Heretics. It
saw
doesn't feel like they have
earlier
a good
today.
map, a map pool without Sunset being in there. Rias and Paddy, I need you guys to never separate.
Did you see
I need them
Weber?
back on the same team. But now
Weber
I've
actually
seen the
did him,
maps,
dude. That's crazy.
I think Heretics have a good chance, Koala. I mean, getting Lotus and Fracture in the first
Damn,
3,
dude.
you
On
have to be
stage, on
happy about
camera,
that, you
that's
would
crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, these are 2 maps that they're very comfortable on. They're even running a new fracture comp with the Sky. It's not something you see that often. I think this can be a clean 3-0, 3-1, but however, I'm surprised they didn't go for bind, considering they haven't played it at all.
Getting
It's
his
something that
confidence
Liquid's
down.
played, and they don't have
Yeah,
APs on it.
demoralized him just
So
before the
why are you
game.
picking a map like that
It's
if you're not
outrageous.
comfortable on it?
Well, let's take a look at Agent Select and see.
Well, they do it with a clove.
What is happening? Okay, Paddy said to me yesterday, we will not change any more comps. We're not messing about anymore. And this Kakuka is the definition of messing about.
So we have the first clove that we have seen here in EMEA
And it's
Kickoff
Kamek.
in Kamek. Kiko is playing the Reina. He told us that he was going to
Nats
be playing
is-
He's playing the Reina.
Guys,
Heretics is
you
playing
play-
Mono, and
Shut up.
Nats is on fade.
Sure,
If you're
dudes.
Team
I'm in
Heretics,
for it.
There is absolutely no way you expected this.
Yeah,
I mean,
go on.
I don't even know what to say. It's the opposite of what I said.
It's
but
fight,
but
it's
you're-
fight and fight and fight.
Yeah, but you're excited about
It's,
Kiko, right?
um,
Kiko is one
I
of the
love
players.
Reina.
Yeah, you're
my
looking
favorite
at.
agent. I beg my coach to let me play it every map, bro.
but
God, this
it's-
is insane.
But the
It's
Kiko
my
Reina, this is
favorite.
epic.
Dude, he's actually jealous.
He's
It's
a
my
beast right now,
favorite
like,
agent.
He's the highest statistical player KD-wise. Like, this guy's playing out of his mind. And now that he's on Arena,
Yeah,
no
honestly,
under
that
control, like,
they
this
could be
might
kinda
scary
sick.
for Heretics.
Man, why do they choose to start on the defense? They're so boring. Start on the attack.
Like,
Give
he
us
could
a shield
just-
from the
he could just
beginning.
win.
Yeah, and somehow that's not the weirdest thing because Mini and Pansy, Nats is playing Fade again.
Oh, Mini's gonna flame this.
Who knows what is going on? This is
Mini's ready to flame
pandemonium
this.
from the very word go. Mini, I was going to ask you a whole load of other questions, you know, really cerebral sort of things, but now we got to talk about this comp. What is Liquid up to here?
Well, they've let Lotus through, which has been
Yeah.
their perma-ban. And I think that they've just said, well, this ain't a good map for us. Let's just have some fun.
And the mad part
Yeah.
is This sort of
Might
stuff
be right.
worked in the past. The occasional rain.
Just hope the individuals take you over.
The Redgar Arena has well, we got Kiko.
We've got Kiko.
And I do as much love to Redgar, but
Yes.
Kiko I do expect a little bit more. from.
Damn, Red Card's getting flamed on broadcast again. This guy can't can't catch a break.
Care about that or not, we're going to find out. Maybe aggression.
Pansy changes the co-caster and Redgar's still getting flamed.
Prowler sent through, turret handled, and now it should, I say should, settle in.
I mean, this is the kind of
Liquid,
stuff that I expect
Liquid on
straight away, just
defense,
taking
Heretics on attack,
tools right off the
Reyna.
bat. There's going to be a lot of contacting around the map for Team Liquid with this composition.
Can they
Already
even fight
E
A?
aggression
Yeah, they
straight
can
back
fight
into
A.
Like a C aggression, it looks like.
I kind of love it. I love it.
Can they get back
You know
out
what I
towards
mean?
A?
In a map like
Yeah, they can
this
get back
where
out
it's just
towards
not
A.
meant to be
Honestly,
on
the
your
comp
side.
can kind of do
Heretics is
everything.
a good position for them. It surprised
It's
us
just-
to see it coming through in the veto. Why not throw a little
It's just
caution to the wind and try and
there are
pull
no
out something?
sentinels,
It's
so you
a
have to
best
play
of 5.
aggro.
It's a different conversation now, but we are seeing
Kind of a
Heretics
ranked comp. Oh, it's for
seemingly
sure a
chosen
ranked
their
comp.
goal. Now I'm seeing someone go and walk
No
about
info
to
sentinel on
so
this map is a
next
nightmare.
position may become influential. For now, Kiko's in
But
the
we've
right
seen
place.
EDG do it with high success.
Drop of the wall.
And as long as you go aggro on the fence, you're good.
Kiko doesn't
Shot.
get checked on.
Shot.
You can't
You're a
let
Reyna.
this man go unchecked already. Does
Damn,
well,
though.
but it's
Kinda
Nancy
sick.
Camo on the follow-up,
A
leaving
great
just
start.
Brienne's
It's a
alive.
really good
It's
start.
Liquid to pick up the first.
And I know it doesn't really seem like the Reyna was like the reason why they run that round, but when you're locking in a Reyna, you're more likely to make plays like Kiko just did.
Mhm.
Like they've worked the map with aggression and then ended in a position where you usually
Yeah,
wouldn't with
I mean,
normal
he
competition.
basically secured
So already, I
3
think
kills.
value
First,
coming out
second,
of the
goes
competition.
the other side, and
And I think the beauty of
like
playing
that's an
something like
easy
this as
shot.
well
Was
is
it
that, like,
Fanats that we were watching?
they don't expect to win this map.
No.
And so, like,
But what
if you
if they
do,
do?
it's beautiful. But if you don't, you can just be like, oh, we played Reyna, who cares? Yeah.
It's all good. We start
Yeah,
fresh on
that
map
is
two.
true.
No sweat. But it does put all of the pressure on Heretics. And if we're being honest, I don't think they need much more pressure after that game against Vitality only hours ago. It's still got to be
Sound
in their
up.
heads.
I can put it up a
It
little
can't
bit.
be easy to recover from what was a real hiding. Now, we're going to say
Yeah,
we
that
want
should
to
be
keep
slightly
this
better.
clean. Obviously, you want to see them building correctly. And I can't wait to see what happens in this one. How does Heretics handle this?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Heretics lose in the fashion that they did yesterday.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back.
Yeah,
And
that's
there's
also very
a bit of a
true.
narrative around best of fives
Vitality
as
are
well
doing
for
that to a
Heretics.
lot
say
of
the
teams.
least.
I'm not
And,
sure I've seen
again,
Foot lose like that as well.
The context really does matter. It's not like Heretics are just bad at best of fives, right? That sounds silly almost.
Is that
to say,
TMV
but
casting? Yeah,
keep in
that's
mind, they were
TMV
losing them
casting.
in grand finals. These guys were doing the deep runs. They are one of the best teams. They've made it to this point. I think a lot of us are a little bit worried about their form coming into at least this kickoff
Liquid
tournament. Do we worry
wins.
bigger picture? Probably not. But
We're
there
going
is
all in.
conversation
Like,
of going
what?
from one of the most
Yeah,
decorated
I'm just reading
teams.
chat after those two
Oh,
comments.
God, Kiko. If he's going to be confident as well,
Yeah, we're
doing
gonna
this
get the
sort of
rain
stuff,
all pretty
it's
early.
going to be a brutal day for Heretics in probably one of the most important games of the year thus far.
Who we do with the tier 1, thank
Yeah,
you
it's
so
not-
much,
like,
Hui.
for
I
Team
appreciate that.
Liquid, the fans have been they've been dry of some hope for some time. So I think I'm kind of
Are you on board?
happy for the fans at least, and I guess the org.
I guess.
I guess.
I guess the org,
most
what?
liquid thing would be to
Why
make it to this
why has he
point
said it like that?
10 seconds left. Just fall short. You know what I mean? The ultimate Liquid heartbreak. But a perfect in-zone flawless here in round 2. Liquid tick in the box. We've got a clean round there, Mini. That's what we asked for.
Yeah, it's a great start. No problems in the economy at all. Like even losing this round, they should be on for more. And defense of Lotus, we're not looking for too.
Oh my God,
many
you only got
rounds
3.
here, so
God, why does this feel... It gives you that weird feeling, doesn't it? Sometimes you watch a
honestly,
game, you're
Lexi, I
like,
forgot
"Nah,
to
they've
set it up.
broken out the
I'll
play."
give him a
this is-
message
this is
after
a
the
must-win map for-
thing on
for
Twitter.
Heretics. I'm not trusting the depth of their map pool.
I for sure
So I
woke
think
up a
this
little
is
bit later than I
gonna
thought
be
I was
a
going to.
win.
A nice little attempt here. All that early util invested. But I like that Liquid are working behind this. They're utilizing the space.
Hey, this
that
is
they
nice
fought
though
for,
from
right?
Liquid. Early on,
Aggression is
aggro
gonna
over
be
towards
pushing
A.
too.
Oh
They're not
god, they're
stopping.
pushing.
They are
And most teams
absolutely
won't
not
do this,
stopping.
and they
Now,
might
they're
catch the
gonna know about
killjoy.
turret, that's no surprise.
Oh, but the
But
turret's
knowing
spotting
his
the wrong
position
way,
is
and they
another
have
factor.
literally
They
no
can
idea that this is
navigate
going on.
around it.
And Boo is dead.
Boo could be caught out here, and
So
they
now they're
wanted
going to
pull the
insta-react
trigger
over
on
towards
that one.
C, as
So
long as
away we
Patty
go.
doesn't give him a kill.
Heretics' response is then to
They're in a
flood
good spot.
towards
They
C.
should
You're
probably
looking at who's
push
holding
Patty.
this on the back lines. You're going to have Patatek. He just needs to play that space. Keep that secure.
Oh my God,
And
they're
they've done
fragging out so
incredibly
heavy.
well. Kiko and Camo taking away Wooten. Benji leaving them down to just 2. And again, Patatek, just play your life, and he's done it perfectly. But a 1v2 for
Rienz. Already
35
damaged.
HP.
2 kills for him in this round, but can he find the
Comms
last
came
2?
in, that switches
Paticek
gun.
is only on 8 HP, but he's getting all that attention. And look
Damn,
who's
dude,
creeping.
they got the
Nats
bonus as well.
Converting the bonus here.
They're beating them down.
Liquid
They got demoralized by
smacking down
Vitality.
Heretics. Heretics have got to wake up here,
Liquid
Mini.
have
That
locked in
is
a
not the
Cloven
round that they
Arena
should have
and
been
they're
losing.
beating them
Yeah,
down.
that's not acceptable, to be quite honest with you. It's a bonus round. We know that Liquid are going to do something probably aggressive with this composition. We know they're going to be grouped up. To turn your back on an A main push, I think that, yeah, Heretics need to wake up, as you said.
Yeah,
I'm
most
waiting to
teams
time out.
wouldn't do it, but
I don't think it's
you've
gonna
got to
be this
expect
early.
that
I
on
think
your
it's very
bonus.
obvious. If we've come to that conclusion, you gotta hope your players can as well. But for now, Liquid show them zero respect. They're running them down, and until you stop them, why would they
Okay,
stop?
another
Now
aggro
we
over
can see another
towards
test
A.
of this sort of area, and you're seeing the value to it. Boo, barely alive.
They
from
saved
the
their Tether
blender,
on this one
just
as well.
util.
Boo
Now,
tanking
on
some
this side of
damage.
things, it's
This
gonna
is
be your
interesting for Liquid. They
sheriffs,
didn't
so you're
actually
looking
like
at kind
full
of
send
min-maxing the
aggro A
reward,
ins.
right?
It's
How
probably
much
just
can
because they don't want to give them
achieve
some
here? What
guns.
information can they get
Don't want to
from
go
this?
super aggro, give them some guns, and it
I'm
turns
finding
into
funny
a
that
close
Liquid
round.
have gone for 4A on their anti-eco as well. Like, how can you? How are Heretics supposed to read that they're doing 4A on an anti-eco as well as their bonus? So again, the
they're going into
weirdness
a
of this
blind.
composition, Liquid have just rolling the dice basically.
Yeah.
And they're hitting 6s.
They certainly are. Paticek trying to play around the timing on that Prowler. He's seen at least one. Not sure if he's...
Okay,
Revolt, isn't
Fade
it?
just cleared all of
Okay.
this one, so
Okay, well,
Cheeky.
they want to clear over. They're honestly,
still
Nuts at
looking
the
like they're
moment,
trying to
it's
imply
getting
this
info
C
everywhere.
approach, but it looks like that
Pivot over towards C.
big, but
Does have a
Nats on the
tether.
off angle. Beautiful for one. Doesn't need to stay around too long. He could potentially get away. I think he maybe could have shifted in towards that blue room side, but it's still Kiko there. They're fine with this. Farming with that Outlaw. There is still threat with these Sheriffs.
Yeah, they do pick up a
Doesn't
gun
look
as
confident
well.
from Heretics. They're still
Minibu can
trying
win
to
this.
secure at least the plant here, which I think they're going to get with that C's coming in. Gives them a little bit of security, but Camo going to be controlled. Great shot from Rienz. Now into a fair 3v3. Well, as fair as it can be with these sort of weapons. Hello and goodbye. Liquid just flooding through the site. It's Boo left alive on 27 HP, and it doesn't matter.
And goodbye. They call me Joseph with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 8 months. Thank you, thank you.
Just some Sheriffs for Heretics, so I'm not going to be too worried about that.
Do they
round,
time
but
out
off
here?
the back of 0 rounds already, you know what I mean? You got to convert some of these.
Where do you think
eco
Liquid will
rounds at
struggle
some
with this
point.
component? It kind of does do
If,
everything. I was thinking of it
if it
earlier.
starts
To
to
like,
get
can they?
away
Do they
from-
fundamentally like lack
Again,
anything?
Lotus
Like obviously the
traditionally
Sentinel
attack
stuff on
side
defense
map.
is pretty much it.
4
Like
is
you
already
can do
looking
everything else. You can
It's-
go aggro.
And I'm waiting for an early timeout.
You
from
can
Heretics. We were
re-clear over
talking about
towards
it
A.
earlier on.
Like,
I'm seeing
the
it behind
Viper
us as well.
covers a lot of
Heretics
bases on this
saying,
map.
nah, this isn't what we want. I want to see if it's Niels who's having a chat on this one. I do feel as though it is going to be coaching coming into this rather than IGL. Maybe Boo having a chat about it, but yeah, it's Weber leading the conversation.
I missed a
as it
500
stands.
message bit. Wait,
I
what?
think strategically though, there's not. Obviously, there's some ults coming online. We got the Fade ult and maybe
sure?
Astra ult coming online soon. But to be honest with you, there's not much strategic.
Ah,
you
dude,
can
I have no
say at
idea
this
what it
point. I think
said.
that the main points should have been covered in the pre-match before the game. Like, oh, they ran. You know, the coaches get a bit of time when they've seen the
Fenfair.
agents. To
Oh, here we
So
go.
talk
they
about the-
should be able to check in on
Fenfair,
that.
thank you so much for the
Exactly. So
500
at
bits.
this
Thank
point,
you, thank you.
we've
During the
lost
off
one big
season,
round
kind of rough
where
patch,
they've pushed
mentally
A.
wise, health wise, job
Like,
wise.
there's not much to
Thank you
work
for your
with.
streams.
So I think it'll be a bit of just like
positive and
setting the
motivated.
tone for how we approach the rest of
Had a
this
promotion. You would like to thank this community. So
But
for every game
early
chat predicts
timeouts
correctly during
do-
Masters Bangkok, you will
there's
get
weight to
5
it,
subs.
right? There's
during
that
dude,
mental
that's sick.
implication of it as
You're
well.
a beast,
that
dude. Thank you so much.
We're not controlling
I'm glad
the
that you're in a
situation.
much better
The
place
pace
now
is
as well.
being dictated to us, and in this scenario, this should never be the case. It's
Dude, I
only
nearly
4
missed that.
rounds,
This
right?
is like such a
Contextually,
nice
it's
comment as well.
only 4 rounds.
This is a
You've
shout out
got
to you
get
guys
a grip
basically
on
as
it
well.
before it
Chat.
gets too far. What is the absolute maximum Liquid should get here if you're Heretics? Like, they've already got 4. You can't let them get much more.
I've never had to think about this composition
Yeah.
specifically, but I think the
Fenfair, thank
if
you, dude. I'm glad you're doing better as well.
Hold
Heretics
on.
can't let them get more than 7.
No, wait, whoa. Kiko,
Congrats on
he's
the
been
promotion
punished
as
for
well,
that.
dude.
Nice work there. Lovely
Yeah, that
follow-up, much better.
But this is what the
Handling
Liquid
aggression
comp has
and
to
being
do,
willing
right?
to
It has to
brawl.
either fight
Using the
C
utility
or it has
early
to fight
clear
A.
that space, that
Else it's
contested
pretty
area.
much done
They've
because
got what
they've got no
wanted
info
finally.
Sentinel. So
Yeah, and that's when this composition looks like how it probably should do sometimes.
yeah.
You know, mostly dry jewels.
If you lose the
utility
jewels, you're
usage
done.
from Heretics is gonna. It's an attack-sided map. If the util is used correctly, then Heretics should be in a fine position.
Should be, and we're seeing a lot of ults come through now as well for Heretics. You've already got Mini Boos, Rienz, and now Woots ready to go. Nats, calm down
Yeah,
here.
they're
Why
doing
are they
some
making
nice
this look
damage.
doable?
It's a 1v2. Kamek's still got that overheal. He's still got a little bit of time. He's seen Benji, but does he even know about Woot here? This post plant is incredibly hard with the time being bought by that Astra. He's still giving it a good go though, isn't he? He's covered it off. He's going for a little bit of a spray. Woot's got him
I think they did pretty good in terms of
It
damage.
felt like that round
This
was won.
is an important round for
Heretics.
Heretics.
Yeah, it got a bit nervy towards the middle.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that I probably want to talk about is that yesterday I thought that Heretics had some good ideas on the maps of bidding and Vitality. But they didn't shoot. They looked like, I don't know if it's nerves, like back to the wall or what it is, but I know Vitality can shoot, like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But even in this instance here, I saw a few moments there, I'm like,
WAP7, thank you
Heretics
so
would
much
usually rip your head
as
off
well.
for those
Appreciate the prime.
moments. So
And I
something
think
to keep track of maybe
Fenfish,
over the course
we
of
can
the
just do like
five is how are they
polls
feeling
before,
game-wise?
or we do it from the points, I
Kamek
guess.
feeling like he wants to be an instigator. Oh, oh Benji! Trying to be all pumped up from that last
Yeah.
one, and Kiko's
Chat,
joined
we,
in as well. This
they
is
gotta
brilliant.
they
I
gotta
thought
start
they
winning
learned
some
from
of
that
these
previous. The
duels. If they
reward that
can't
had
if
from
they
that
can't
great
level on the
clear
duels here,
over towards
they're
Brown.
actually
But
kind
they
of
just
done.
filter through towards B and think, oh, surely they're not going to go aggressive. Yes,
It's 1-9 loss
they
bonus.
will.
Liquid are getting a heavy amount on
bringing the
defense
heat here.
already.
Heretics down
They
a
got
boo.
so
This
many
one's wrapped
ults
up
as well.
Yeah, right off the back of me talking about aim, Kamek is just dry peeked into 4 people and won a duel.
Oh man, this is wild stuff. An in-zone flawless as a response to the only round that Heretics have posted so far. And now their money's going to be a bit
Odds will keep it
crooked,
tally,
really,
man.
isn't
Thank
it? It's
you,
going to
Lexi.
get
Thank
maybe a
you.
half buy-in, but look at that. Oh.
Yeah, no, like, was it, I don't think there was
Fenfer
any
again,
util
thank you
used
so
from
much, I
Heretics
appreciate
at
that.
all to even clear the space. Like, it's not looking great. Like, it should be quite simple against this composition. We just use the util, we use these prowlers to clear the space. Once we get it, we're chilling.
Oh no.
Oh god, mini
I thought
boo.
that I thought the nade tether might be the one
Just
here.
about avoids the pain shell. Oh my
Whoa,
god,
my
everything's
goodness,
being
we
thrown in.
we
That was
send the
Cowboy with
ult
as
into
well.
it. They
They
want to really make sure that
somehow
they
made it
hold
out
over
alive.
towards A. This
So
is kind of
again,
nice from
that
Liquid though.
A
I know the
tempo
ult
control is
completely
in.
misses,
It's got the ult
but
ready as
in terms
well.
of
So
understanding what
that,
they
but no.
have to do on
Maybe
the
waiting for
comp,
further contact,
pretty
but now you're
good.
seeing that kind
Like
of
they
swing
have to
over towards
take
C.
one
So
of these
Heretics are
early
calling
on.
out that they've at least had
Like
the
it
prowler
looks like
here.
it's been kind of
After
drilled
that
into
kind
their
of
mind that this
aggression,
has to
you would
happen.
usually see
So that's
an
why we're
attack
popping the
side
ult
speed
early
up
when they see
things
that
a
the
little bit,
tether
but it
is
looks like
attached to
Heretics are
someone.
a little bit, I don't know, on edge about what's happening right now.
And Kiko, hey, he's just slotted in behind where that prowler just got positioned. He can be a fast flank on this as well. You've still got Camo on the angle. He's actually trying to commit towards
Okay,
Rubble.
Camo's
Now,
committed.
do
2
Heretics
people
remember
here,
to
and they have the
rebuild this
fatal.
properly?
Like the fatal when
Kamek
they
will give
actually
away his
commit, so it
position,
should be
but
off
we still
Kamek's
don't know
info here,
the player
they
at
fatal.
Rubble.
And then we
there's
swing,
gonna be
kill
off the
everyone.
Timing. He's fine to take contact because he's going to bring himself back from the dead. And now Camo can keep keeping that pressure up. This is
Yeah, I mean, pretty much
ridiculous.
like that.
Liquid looks
Nice.
so damn good like this.
Yeah, again, it's like the composition has like allowed them to play the game better.
Yeah,
Like-
there's confidence. There's that like lack of
Yeah,
pressure.
there's a
like,
lot of
hey, go
confidence.
take
Feels like they
a
have
fight.
nothing
We'll
to
just play
lose.
behind you. We'll play you in.
Like even that early A
The-
main
the whole
push,
setup's
the
good.
First bonus round, like that is proper macro. That is good
It is
macro.
good. Yes.
And it's like because they're playing these weird there's weird agents. Sorry, it's like
Champs.
they're confident. Yeah, sorry, not League of Legends here.
League of Legends guy.
So yeah, I mean, I want to see this confidence on the more standard.
Yeah,
as well.
isn't that the crazy concept?
Where did they
Obviously, you
find
can see what
Kamek?
the
He played in Job
implication
Life
and
last year,
effect
where the coaches
of
came
these
from.
sort of agents gives you, and how it's kind of loosened up Team Liquid a lot here. They're
He also
playing
stood
together, they're
in
playing
for
this kind of
Fnatic.
roaming style, but they're taking great map control. They're understanding the rotations well. Again,
God,
credit to
first big
Natsus,
buy
'cause
round,
he's
Mini
calling a
Boo's
great
got an
game,
ult
it
and he
looks
goes
like,
down
too.
to
Like,
31
they're keeping
HP.
everything in the right place.
This is the
And you
only
almost
round
have
where I
the
feel like
full hand for
Liquid
Heretics,
might
right?
have
Because
messed up,
every ult
to be
barring
honest.
Benji's
Except,
is there,
in my
which they could
opinion,
get this
the comp
round.
has
This
to
needs
take
to
one
be
of these.
good. With the-
And
with this-
although we
these
do have
amount of
info
ults
over
on
towards...
Heretics'
I mean,
side,
honestly, they have info over towards C. Maybe
we
it's
gotta
okay.
be looking at 6-2.
Why do I
Team
do
Liquid
It's
are
definitely
in
rough
a
against the
good
ults.
spot.
They're
Three
here
towards
for
the
it.
A side of the map.
Now,
You should run.
locked down close. We're seeing util being invested. I don't think there's much to stop this ult, so they're going to respect it.
Yeah, Camo not deciding to use a nade to deny it, which is curious.
I mean, you can't get it from that angle.
So, first and foremost, we need that plant in. It's going to be there. Mini Boo with the ult on top as well. This one could be just to purely buy time and maintain space. It'll send it down in the end. But you're seeing where Liquid are now rotating through, going
that's
straight
2
through
ults out of
stairs
them.
now.
That's 3
Another
ults out of
ult
them.
on top. They are putting everything into this round. This is 3 ultimates already just to secure this plant, and it still feels scary because Nats opens the account. Luckily,
Yeah, I would have wanted Liquid to like
Mini
maybe
Boo,
wait a
Woot,
little
all
bit.
standing their ground, leaving just
Try
Kamek alive,
open
and
door,
can he make a
just
go
because they
of
were
this
still
one?
kind of weak
No.
from the
So
fatal.
keeps
I felt like
a
Liquid would
little
be
bit of
alright
their
with this.
cool here.
3 ults, you're gonna lose that
It
anyway.
looked like to me that Liquid understood that Heretics were going to use that Killjoy ult. They did the same. Heretics had the same idea with the Killjoy ult in the last Lotus game. I thought maybe
Yeah,
they
that
would have
is
used
true.
the nade to deny it and like
Yeah.
be ready
Like
to flood in.
Yeah.
And Heretics a bit inefficient, I'd say, with the ult usage. I'd say maybe Mini Boo, even maybe a misclick. To be honest with you,
I think the Reyna's messing with them
wasn't
a
sure
little
on
bit.
that Razor. But yeah, as we said,
I think they
6-2,
might
that
just
was
be
kind of expected.
lacking a little bit of
Investing
confidence.
that
I
many
think
ults.
once,
Yeah.
I think
So now
when that
Heretics need to do
Vitality
that
game
again, but
happens and you've never had
without
that
the
happen
ults.
to you as well, and
do
you're
it
all
again,
kind of
but
new
in a
players,
harder situation.
Without 3
like
power
it's
ults.
Yeah, and they're,
It's
they're
a lot
big
to
boy
deal
ults,
with.
right? These aren't, you know. Oh Christ, Palitek, how did he not take a bit of damage from that? I do not know. But early implication on this C site. An attempt
I do
made
think
and
Liquid
a
again
show of
though need
force. More than one
to
rifle was shooting then.
fight
So the
heavier.
response is already
for
here. You've got
these.
2 players.
I know last round doesn't really count
trying to
because they would have
supplement
lost anyway to the, all the
complement
ults.
Palitek's hold.
But
Prowler
I
gonna
do
connect,
think
so
that
they
they
know
get
the
wrecked
position.
when they don't fight in these
Maybe
areas.
looking to pivot here.
I think every time Heretics don't have any kind of control or information towards Rubble, it's Liquid are just reading them like a book, it seems.
As in Mini's happy with that.
Liquid have always got numbers where Heretics are right now. I don't think Heretics are doing a good enough job of playing the map right now.
Again, this is a lot of Vandals heard. And you can see the kind of consideration from Liquid. This could
Dude, they're
still
gonna
be
have
a
4
B
people
finish
here.
potentially.
I'm taking a gamble on
Already
this.
Kamek coming across. They've got a
1,
little
2,
bit of
3,
stall here. It
Asher
looks
Stars
like it's
go
going to
in,
be
nade
go
goes
time,
in.
but do you want to go through that? Not really. You can see the hesitation on Heretics. They're
Yeah,
down
and
at
these
35
smokes are going to
seconds
go
here.
down.
They're
Patty
being
gets into a
stalled
good
out, and I
spot.
love
Oh yeah,
what
they
Palitek's
might
doing.
own
It's a
this.
bit naughty.
But 30
Why
seconds
not
on
give it a
this.
go? You got bodies here now. You're not alone. And Nats
Nats
with a
is
surprise on the drop. of the smoke
dueling
is
out
right
in the
there.
open.
Boo gonna
Like
power
he's playing
forward.
the
They do
Reyna.
still check, but Palitek still wins. The numbers on their side, leaving just Boo.
Damn,
and
very,
Boo
very
is not
nice.
enough.
Yeah,
Team Liquid
I mean, Heretics just
absolutely
didn't have
locked
any
in on
info
this
over
one.
towards A, and as much as
I'll
I'm
be honest,
flaming
I
them
don't
for
know
not
what
going
Heretics are
aggro in
doing.
any of these, if they
got
don't,
the
if
default
there's
this
no
round
pressure
is
here,
go to
then
man
they're going to
and
have a great
stand there for a
time.
minute and a half, and then CX into 3 people.
Seconds left.
Like this, I'll be honest, Heretics in that last Lotus game, they got away with some stuff because BBL weren't that good on defense in my opinion.
Double timeout.
I mean, I don't know what they're doing.
I don't think they know either.
There's no pressure towards Rubble.
Yeah,
to create
there
any
is
pressure
no
marks
pressure
whatsoever.
towards A.
The defaults have been, let's go to man.
Like,
and
I
it's
think,
mostly just been standing.
so because of the Liquid comp, they pretty much
This
have to
can't
get
be a
info
game that
with
these two are
bodies.
happy with either,
So you
right?
have
If you're
to at
Weber and
least create
Nils,
some kind of pressure over towards
you're
A.
watching your team fall short in what feels like a very obvious opponent, right? I think I want to give credit with how Liquid have been playing this. I think they've been
Oh, of
playing it really,
course.
really well, right? It's unlocked a lot of the characteristics that we like about them, this kind of like very aggressive style that's working well.
But
Nats
it's-
with some
yeah.
great calling, but it feels like this should be able to be
This
dealt
is
with.
Heretics' map pick,
Yes.
and Liquid are playing a, let's be real, a troll comp.
Yeah. And they're 7-2 up.
Yeah.
And that's how we start a best of 5 here?
This
worrying.
would be such a demoralizer.
Like I said, we said earlier that to me this should be a 1-0 for Heretics.
And I was going to kind of add on to that. I wanted it to be a strong showing from Heretics too, a show of strength.
Yeah, bouncing back.
Yep, like, hey, don't worry about, that previous game. Hey, it's Vitality. Just about everyone's had to lose to them at this point. So don't worry, we'll come back in here.
Dude,
It's only Liquid.
they have to do
and they've
another
gone,
eco. Every time they win one,
they
they
brought
lose
out
the
a Reyna.
next.
Oh, what's
We'll
this
get
then?
contact into them without using utility.
Love that idea.
Here comes
That's a
that.
great
Here
one.
comes the
One of my
outlaw.
favorites, actually.
We've got 3
Crazy
people
they've gone
lined
to
up.
my ranked game players strats here for Heretics, but they're down to the Sheriffs. They've been, into that little kitchen drawer and brought out whatever they could, the odds and ends. And it ain't much to write home about.
Yeah.
What a confidence builder for Liquid too. But let's see. They can try and get it. Oh God, it's just a
The
massacre.
gun down, though.
Kiko's going to take down 2.
But he did
Look out
so
for a
much
rifle maybe,
damage.
but they're just being surrounded here. They are back to the wall. Val here.
Yeah, Woot's going to have to do something massive with this Vandal. That's the only way out for Heretics here.
And I'm surprised it's not over onto Benji yet either. At least he's got a little bit of armor, but I guess screw it. Do what you can.
Would you prefer a Turkish aimer with 60 HP? Or
Okay, don't be doing that to my boy Benji. Don't make me say it. They're just being bullied. They're just having all the util just lobbed at them in tree. They look scared. And I don't know what to make of this version of Heretics. It doesn't feel good.
Spike down A.
There's now Woot, the last one alive. Do you really want to go out with a
Did I raise
whimper
my
on
liquid
this
5%?
one?
Dude, I was giving him
8-2,
30
come
minimum
on.
the whole time.
It's looking likely. Spike.
Don't
irrelevant to the
confuse me for
outcome unless
Sideshow.
Woot does something unthinkable.
Don't lump me in with him.
I can't believe what we are witnessing.
Okay, Copium is the timeout is probably for this round because it was, you know, a pretty low buy round. So let's see what Weber had cooked up. He wasn't the one mostly speaking, I believe.
Yeah, looked like it.
So the last 2 rounds, if Heretics want a shot in this, they're gonna have to get these last 2.
And okay, you know, normally when this sort of thing happens, I go, oh, but don't worry, it's a best
Okay,
of
let's see if they can
5,
get the last 2.
things change. There was a lot of weight on this map. This was meant to be a gimme. This was meant to be the easy walk in the park for Heretics. Gets them right back on the rails. No problems. Ain't been the case.
Yeah, even Liquid, like, they prepped this for the week for Foot in the last game, it looks like.
Yeah.
But to prep this comp is kind of crazy to me. The idea that they're just, like, having so much fun in practice, just running around with Reyna. Just, I thought they were going to come out with something a bit more traditional, but I respect it.
Little highlight.
They're just gonna...
Set
I
up
mean,
here.
there's a lot of heavy
Paolo
armors. Only one person can get one shot.
The advancement.
Holy
Kiko, you can't
dudes.
escape him.
Nats
He's
is
been
here as
having
well
an
now as well with the
absolutely
outlaw.
belting tournament so far as well, and into this round he's carrying that form on. They've taken away Miniboo, they've taken away Woot. That is a big blow to this, and Kamek in the off angle too does give away his position. They still can't clear him. Confident on the spray because the res is there regardless, so he's back in the action. Gets
Yeah,
himself
it's
healed
nice.
up,
They
waits
just
for the
is
swarm,
such a big
swings
distraction
on in,
as
it's
well.
Camo to
Dude, they're
close.
gonna win the
Liquid
map with this.
once
They're
again,
gonna win the map, and it's looking like they're gonna
flawlessly,
wreck them.
nearly with the res, dealing with this 9-2.
Yeah, I'm worried. It's again, like I want to go back to the aim thing. Like they're not winning any opening engagements. It feels
Yeah,
like
no,
at all.
there has not been
and
many of
The
them.
team is stacked as Heretics. It's strange. Like yesterday, again, like his vitality
You give him a
against
little
Team
bit of leeway.
Liquid.
Yeah.
Like this is a team where, sure, there's some great players. Kiko's been stepping up massively.
Yeah.
But I don't think the player depth is the same as, well, it shouldn't be
No.
the same as Heretics.
It shouldn't, right? This was the team that made it to the Champions Finals. This is the team that, you know, went the distance. We hold them to high standards because they've shown us what they can do. Right
Okay,
now,
it's a good reaction
not seeing
from
much of that.
Liquid.
Here we go. Again, tempo change, pacey in towards B. But do you
Oh
want to
man,
right
another
now?
first
We
kill.
can't even shoot back. We insta-delete it.
Yeah,
Kiko,
what are we
no, no,
doing?
but he sets up Camo.
Kiko's
Shutting
way
down
too
effectively,
confident.
but
He's just
now
Reyna
tipping.
dismissed into
It's
two
Woot
of
to
them.
control the space, and they're just willing to fight here. They have the
But
goal
honestly,
for
it's a
it. Of course
2v2.
they will. Liquid
And there was a
TP
good
out.
amount of
Who
distraction to
wants
get some
away?
trades.
Spike planted.
Decent post-plant options, but the flank here from Kamek, again, that's nasty. If Patitech can make a little bit of noise or distraction once his Astro ult goes down.
Yellow card. I
Might
mean, he
not
didn't know how
need
many
it.
there were.
It's all about time,
He only knew
isn't it?
about one.
Kamek, oh my god, he's just missed the timing on this. They both could be on the side. This is valuable information being relayed here. So Kamek closing
timing
in.
looks
the gap
incredible.
getting smaller, the map feeling smaller.
How-
They're both on the left-hand side here. Does
I was gonna
Kamek
say,
clear?
how does he
gets
clear
dealt
it?
with.
Is it like a
Nicely done
W
by
walk, or are
Booley.
we actually
Patitech
clearing
in
the angle?
1v2, not
Okay, they
able
got
to get it going.
3.
3 rounds is all they
Heretics
get.
have got to win that pistol.
I don't believe what we're saying, to be honest with you. Like, this ain't a 9-3 on a normal map either. This is 9-3 on defensive loads.
Look at
That's
him.
scary.
It
Yeah, he
is
had no idea about the other guy.
petrifying.
It wasn't that bad. It looked
truly
worse
is
than it was.
petrifying. I genuinely am stunned with what we've been seeing, but it's only map 1 here. And what a moment as well for young Patitech. But before we dive into the second half, let's check out what Patitech thinks about facing Team Heretics.
I think last year was like actually amazing.
Get a whole
Heretics
apology
gave me
letter
the
from
chance, and
Sideshow.
I think I mean,
Did you see
personally, I
his-
took it really,
It's such a
in way
half-assed
that I
apology
need to
last
try
time
hard
as
and
well.
Show them that I'm capable of, and I mean that I'm capable of playing at their level.
Kind of
and
still
that,
flamed him
I
in an
wanted to
apology.
basically have them as a team, right? So yeah, I think it was an amazing year. Unlucky that we didn't get a trophy in Shanghai. They didn't get the trophy in Seoul, but I think this year for them and for them and for me, it will be a changed way. I can't really wait to play against Heretics because as you know, I played with them, so it's gonna be nice to play against them.
Doing an apology rap. Make him make a 200-page apology.
The
Holy.
Palitek's career kind of got reignited
actually
with
might
that
be pretty
run
good.
with Heretics. It put him back into the
We
spotlight.
just use
People realizing how good he could be.
GPT though.
Now sitting currently
Kind of flaming on plat chat. I'm not even on the
on
next plat
half.
chat, so I can't even
I don't
flame
want to say
him.
it's done, but for Liquid, they're now on
And I
the
don't know who's
better
gonna
side
flame
for
him.
them, I
They're all
guess, in
gonna let
this
him get away with
competition,
it.
if you want to look at it that way. And they've got so many rounds to play with. What's the win condition here for Heretics? Give me something, Minnie. Is it just shooting back? Is it waking up? What is it?
We need to see them winning some opening engagements at the very least, because that has a huge indications on the rest of the series.
He has to get a
Like,
liquid
if we're
tattoo on his
this,
head, mate. He had to have agreed to it. We
let's
had
say
to
from the first
we had
map,
to have done this earlier on.
That's not a great sign.
He's
for
not
us.
just going to randomly go, yep, let's do
This
it.
isn't a warm-up map either. Again, this is Lotus. map
Playing
with
badly?
Heretics, so
Yeah, they are.
traditionally not
There's
bad
loads
at
of, like,
Liquid permaban
if you think of
until
loads
last
of
game.
Liquid's win
Could
conditions,
be a 2-0
they need to
start.
be
I don't
using a
love
lot
pointing out
more
individuals, but Benji did
of the
not have a great
util,
time
like a
yesterday,
little
and
bit
he's currently
smarter to
got
get
silver
info,
frags
and it's just
today.
not happening.
Like, we're going to need something from Benji.
And again,
Disco
I'm a huge
JV with
fan
a
of
tier
what
1.
Benji
Thank
was
you
able
so
to do,
much. Thank
especially
you,
during,
thank
obviously,
you.
the strength of Heretics' previous performances, but
Caution here.
yeah, that is a horrible scoreline for him. But already, Liquid just going to try and lean in towards B. So
No
far,
way,
so good
Camo
as
full
Rian
flash
doesn't
got
stop
this kill.
Kiko. We do have
Benji's on the
Benji
board.
now on the board.
Yeah.
That's a 4v3.
Yeah, good contain from Heretics there, very mature. Looks like Liquid are going to go towards the A side of the map. It shouldn't be too difficult to maybe get a plant at the current state of the map.
Just going to be Woot, who's already sitting pretty deep. He's playing quite safe on this. Doesn't want to give them an opening, give it down to, a 3v3 perhaps. So I like what Woot's doing here.
Yeah, disciplined. Happy to play for the retake right now.
Yeah, they've got the numbers. They've still got a nice bit of util. Rien's, I'm sure, will have that haunt back up as well by the time that they actually need it. Currently, he's over towards C.
Liquid not happy with the post plant. They're going to make a play.
Yeah, this is a good idea from Liquid. They're just trying to get a kill
That's a very
fast.
addictive spot of a player, though, that they've kind of already
But
posturing
they know
for
it's
this
3v4.
retake.
They need to try to do
Don't need to
something.
overextend here. They feel as though they've got the safety on the site. You can really see the hesitation on it, though. Maybe an adjusted plant.
Spike planted.
Yeah, Nat's being smart with the open plant there. I mean, a little bit of time going to be down.
Good chip
before the
damage? Yeah, there
retake.
is.
Find you.
The Haunt just
Someone from
used
Liquid has
close
to
here,
go pretty
so
big here.
Close corners of the site do get cleared.
Mini
but
Boom
I
might
like
have
what
to
Mechanics up
send
to.
it with the Satchel or
Position
Satchel Tree
could
to
be
fight.
huge in this one. Smoked off, tap on the spike. It does draw out a response, and I imagine. And yeah, Kamek does really
Oh,
well
that
from
dude,
the
the
corner.
healing
and gets the
pistol.
follow-up. It's Benji to finally deny. But the back two players here, Palitek and Nat, can play off this plant so well. We've got a split on the door, split pressure, but they handle the front, and now they can look to the back.
Damn,
Benji can
dudes,
do
they
no
managed to win
more.
the
They turn
3v4.
it
Kamek
around
did
again.
incredible. Clove on
Double
pistol.
digits
They actually have an
instantly for Team
insane,
Liquid.
like, Raynor and
that
Clove are
retake
like the
did not
two
look
best
like,
pistol agents, really.
Grand finalists at Champs level team.
Where's the
And you saw one of the
cohesion?
hill
Where's
come in.
anything? It feels so frayed.
Like they got the backside so quickly, that's ticked off, and then they just go off individually trying to find. Well, they found
Yeah,
Kamek
it
and
actually survived that duel
Unbelievable.
because of it.
I am a bit worried because these aren't things that are just necessarily map specific either. This is
No,
like, a
these are
strategic
just
thing.
fundamental things.
That's a worry. That is a worry. And I do want to kind of talk bigger picture with you at some point. But right now, I mean, this game is an absolute heater. Because there is something to be said about teams coming off of maybe a very good year. Maybe not getting, obviously, let's say the first place results. But a very comprehensive year result-wise. Very deep runs in tournaments. And not always being able to then string that into the next year. A lot of teams have had that one-off year where they've done well. I'd say the caveat to that, there's a couple teams who have managed to find repeatable success. And Fnatic was one of them. I'm a bit worried if this is Heretics so far. I'd love to see them wake up. I'm not going to be this, doomsayer yet, but that's good stuff, Benji there. But let's see if any more damage come through. I like that Rienz is here though, able to capitalize on the drop weapon.
Yeah, Liquid playing it slow. Almost a little bit like how Heretics did in the other half, where it was like mind control.
Yep.
Then what?
Liquid's
So
confidence will be through the
not
roof
the
if they
most
win this.
comfortable
Oh,
with
for
that
sure.
cycling maybe, but it'll be fine. They've got enough time to pivot away.
Especially when you literally just feel like one of the main reasons you won was because you won all the aim duels.
Liquid with having great
Yeah, there's no
strength,
longer
you know,
fear in
so
them.
there will be faults in this. It certainly will not be a flawed.
30
well,
seconds left.
Okay, this has
until
worked out pretty well for
yesterday,
Liquid. They go to
their
where
veto
Boo is
was
with the
saying this
classic.
is
They're
our
going to have to speed up, so
right,
they
there was that
might.
heavy implication.
I'll
And
check
considering
this.
the composition we're seeing, I think that's a fair assessment. Now,
Like
why
that.
does no one check this? Why does no one ever check? Oh my God, Boo!
A.
That's a bit naughty.
This bite.
No one ever checks that spot, and it drives me mad. Okay, so Plant's going to come in, but they've made
10 seconds left.
a bit of a go at this one. Kiko's going to take a lot of damage, as does Patatek. Okay, maybe game back on here. Can they stick the landing? So far,
Such an
no.
important jaw. He
Kiko
doesn't have an
kicks him
overhill
off.
though, so we've got 2 people 5 HP.
It's cheeky, but it doesn't even need
Whoa,
to do
doesn't
it.
even matter.
Liquid, even when it feels strenuous, still secure.
It's 11-3 and they're
Yeah,
using
Boo
a
gave
Rain
them
on the
chance
clove.
there
It's sick.
In the pansy spot. I'm going to call that from now on.
Please don't.
Pansy.
Please don't. I don't think we need to do that because
Why
it's
not?
it's a nightmare. No one ever checks it. Drives me mental. But I just
Dude,
Well,
I
we need a name for it.
I
That's what-
love
was
that
the rule
little
of the night.
fade
If
eye.
we don't-
Did you
if
see the
something
fade eye
happens
on
to us, we get
sight
home.
for as soon as
You
they
need to call
commit
it
over
Okay.
towards
What spots are there on the
sight? And
maps?
it's just going to insta
Tens.
reveal you.
where was
Try
Tens?
And then you can spam through
Tens,
the
there's a lot of tens.
There's, I'm not saying
middle
that,
bit
there's
of
quite a
C.
few.
That's
Quite
so
a few
nice.
spots, to be honest.
Where was the Shroud one?
Every time he's on a high box.
Yeah.
Because that clip in
yeah.
Counter-Strike.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, what do we have from Liquid? 1-3-1. Working the map kind of,
It's
you
about
know,
cash, right?
expected. This is a bonus, but they have some real firepower. Kiko's already up on the Vandal. We've got the Bulldog with Camo and the Guardian with Patatek on the other side. Full rifles, but
It needs to be quite clean from Heretics. The economy on edge.
I can't believe we're still saying that at 3 rounds for him. But it's true, it does need to be clean.
Yeah, they check a lot here though. They clean
gonna
one
watch
place.
this
They don't
cross
have to
in.
worry about that angle anymore.
It's gonna be
We've got
Ooh,
a late
nice
smoke
Kiko.
going in.
What are these shots?
Yeah,
Like, I
Kiko
want that from
looks
his POV, you know what I mean? Like what it's
like he
it's
looks
like to try and
disgusting,
deal with
man.
someone
He's just
peeking you
owning
like that.
everyone.
But now they're looking maybe to go for this sea approach. There is 2 players in. Nice from Wu. Good approach, but that smoke's going to dissipate. Still stunning from Wu. A quick reminder
nice.
of that capability that feels that it's been absent.
Okay, I was about to say
And
Kiko needs to try to do a little bit more
Heretics
damage here.
make it past the first
Heretics
hurdle
keep
here
it nice and
before it
clean.
became
One gun
unredeemable.
rebuy,
The
one
setup
armor
there is
rebuy.
quite
So
nice. The kind of Astra
I know how it
smoke
has to be to make
This
a
is
run
something I
here.
was talking about Astra before, is that you can actually play it very aggressively with the stars. You get into those smokes and play a bit Ratu, and Woot was playing that perfectly right there. I think Liquid, maybe a little bit of prep on Heretics, is that usually Heretics are leaving that B site completely open in their last match. So I was not surprised to Liquid to use that part
Okay,
of the
they're
map as part
believing.
of the game plan potentially.
maybe Gokras too as well. I'm down for that.
Like
Thank
even
you
at
so
the
much,
end you saw
Goka.
there were still 2 people
see.
in C despite B being
And
wide
Nuts
open.
gets his outlaw out, and there is 2
Early
people he can one shot.
back and forth exchange for control
A bit
on
of faith
A.
on B just for this walkout.
So this comp still can clear this, but you need Fade Eye,
Just gonna wait on the drop of the smoke.
and they don't have Fade Eye, so I think they have trouble. Unless they're just going to out-duel.
Anybody's got to have seen this. That Paintrol's going to force them forward. Boo, though, is caught with a smoke in hand. Does deal with Patatek. Paranoia posted, but they're still
Very
quite
nice
close.
satchel.
Seas comes in. Boo trying to play his life. There's no real support on the way. He's left
Damn,
on
Camo-
his own.
Camo
Riaz has
played
fallen.
this
Boo goes down
perfectly.
next. And Liquid systematically dismantling Heretics, eyeing up that 12th round as Benji and Woot are far from the fight.
That seize from Nats was so quick. Camo satchel there to just push back Boo. He couldn't get anything off that paranoia.
God, if we see this synergy from Liquid throughout,
Benji, thank you so much for the
I'm
gifted.
worried
Thank you,
for
thank you.
Heretics. Bigger picture too, but
I appreciate it.
obviously they still have to finish this one. Look at these positions. Benji's going to have to be so clean with it. It's not a fun position to try and work back in on.
remaining.
Okay,
Wow, what a round
Camo's
from
already taken
Camo.
away his support. It's all on Benji, and it's too much to handle. It's 12 in the blink of an eye, and can you believe that it's Team Liquid getting there?
Even on
Comebacks
that
doesn't
finisher,
how
Camo's
age
got
well.
2-1v1,
Yeah, it's
so
a
it
rough
just
one.
looks too
I mean,
easy.
it's literally just they win so
When
many
did Heretics
duels.
become like this? And I don't want it to sound like we're being completely disrespectful of what Liquid are
No,
doing. It's impressive how they're playing.
It
But
is
this is not the
literally
Heretics that make
it is
it
the
to
main thing
Champions
to talk
Finals.
about. Like they lose so many duels right now.
Oh, man. Yep. Same, Niels.
They probably look crazy. They probably feel crazy unconfident from the vitality thing. It might have
I
shook
do,
them a bit.
Yeah.
You love
I mean,
a coach cam, don't you?
I feel for them, but
You've been there, man. You've
it's fun to watch.
mini
The
fun
pure
becomes a viewer.
torture.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is painful seeing this. All the prep, all the practice, all the work that you put in, and seeing it fall pretty short. Now we do have a stack of util on this site. Does it matter?
No trade on this one as
Camo
well.
just blows moves up, and the site is looking open. The confidence is sky high. But can Heretics hold on? So far, it's trading out and not in their favor. It's a problem. But Benji could be the cure. He could be the one to
Yeah,
save
dude, I
them.
could see it. There's so many low HPs.
Leaving Mini Boo in a winnable
Mini Boo has his
situation.
ult
Not
and his nade.
perfect, but doable.
Kiko's owned him.
No respect.
Keek. And why would they? Liquid have been in control. Heretics feeling like
Wow,
just
they
a
are so
formality
confident.
to the
Dude doesn't even
outcome.
need the flank as well.
To close.
Damn, they 13
And
fought them.
Team Liquid in a surprise result at 13 to 4.
Fatty just gave up with it.
Have to be worried.
Holy, dude. Okay.
You told me that Liquid were
Luke's SL, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you, thank you. Let's see if Heretics
What are you talking about?
can mental
that's
reset
map 1.
because
Map 2 on
they
the
got
right,
fully
and it's gonna be
outdueled.
Abyss. You do not want to miss how this goes.
I also feel like Heretics kind of misplayed it a lot by just contacting so many corners. They probably needed to overuse like they probably needed to overuse like the fade detail, or even just like fake. I don't know, dude. It's rough. I don't think of that comp fake Astra stuff. Abyss yesterday was so bad. Yeah, that's what I mean. It might have shaken them a bit. Okay. Get this VOD uploaded. The lack of practice. Yeah, they were sick for a while, right?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Hit the dance flow, let go frustrations. I might have a hidden agenda, but my intention's pure. I'll give you
Let
all
me
that I
spam some.
got, and I hope that you don't need more. It's okay, just take my hand now.
Can you think of a team that has been dominant through 2 years? It doesn't really happen because the meta changes so much. And like even if you go back and look at when we had some kind of dominant team, it would just be because the meta didn't actually change. Right? If you look at Fnatic, there was no big patch during their little back-to-back Masters run. It's very hard to very hard for so much stuff to change and for a team to like stay at the top. Also with the schedule, I think when you go to those tournaments, you kind of get wrecked down the line a little bit because you're non-stop doing stuff. EMV is overreacting like crazy, bro. That's just what he does. This guy's crazy content build, man. He knows. That's what he does. Let him do him. That's one of the reasons I like him going on tangents, just because he goes really over the top. He's fine. He's fun to wind up. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit, chat. Next map is Abyss, and that's a worrying one for Heretics. They should stick with the same comp, you would imagine, and not overthink it. But their comp also kind of relies a little bit on confidence, especially on Woot with Chamber, like it's just a confidence agent. So, we will see. He crashed out. Dude, the Clove had good impact as well, that's the issue. There was, especially on that pistol. Okay, back in a little bit. Boaster? I think for the Boaster we'll do it for another day. We'll arrange it on another day. I should have done it earlier. I just slept for longer than I thought. We'll have another chance with both these, no doubt. Okay, back in a little bit.
My life's a beach, I'm lost in the breeze. Do this with ease, don't play with my dreams. It's so together, it's not what it seems. Heart of a tiger, life of a king. Chasing my bag, my feet in the cream. Running these laps, not losing my steam. I'm feeling good, this life's what I need. Don't intervene with my energy. I'm in her scope like Jimmy Iovine. No Superman, but I'm feeling supreme. This not a movie, but I'm making a scene. I can tell you how to live your life, but you just gotta get up. Get up.
An absolute dream start for Team Liquid in this lower bracket final. Best of 5. I'm your host, so I'm back here on the desk with Kakuka and Koala. Now, Bear, you know this, in the EMEA, if a team has a permaban, they never play, you just don't pick into it, especially if Nats is on that team.
Man, I'm kind of like getting tired of this, because sometimes we talk about this and we say, oh, it's probably a bait. Every single time that a team leaves it open, they expect the other team to just bite right into it. And how many times has that worked throughout kickoff? Not many. Like, we see the teams being prepared, maybe with the exception of leaving bind open for Casey to pick it onto you, might be very short, but those matches have always been close.
Yeah, it's always a bait. It's literally, quite literally, is always a risk here. And I think we can take a look at the comp and kind of understand what we're talking about here, because Koala, I'm on the fence, I'm on the side even of thinking that they might have just said, hey, what do you guys want to play? Let's not, you know, read too much into it. Just pick whatever you want kind of vibe. Would you agree, or is this a legitimate comp?
I think this is the first option. Like, there's no way that they came up with this, but if they did, I mean, it worked clearly fucking. Don't find me, don't find me. I'm so sorry. It worked so well. Like, they cooked. They cooked.
Yeah, that's how I would have described Kiko's Reina as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And them starting on the defense, reminiscent of what they were doing yesterday, especially against Foot, right? Being extra aggressive, this comps makes it very easy for them.
Yeah, and I just want to say, the last time Nats played Fade, it was on Lotus, and we had a Redgar Reina. Now, Kiko admittedly did a little bit better than Redgar. Put the bananas away! Oh. This is the other thing, by the way, Koala, I don't know if you know this, there's a curse. Every time we show a player eating a banana,
they lose.
In between the maps, they lose the next one. So
Abyss, back.
I won't eat bananas.
Abyss is definitely going to the other side. But let's take a look at some of the things we saw Liquid do, you know. I know there was one round you really wanted to talk about right in the beginning of the game. So talk us through this really nice round 3 push from Liquid.
Yeah, so I think Liquid just wanted to start the game off like very strong. They wanted to show Heretics that they were willing to fight. They just walked their way completely without Heretics knowing, really. Like, they got the perfect timing. I think this kind of like scared Heretics for the rest of the half, to be honest. The way they played this game, they kind of just grouped up. Liquid over-rotated at that point, and the thing with the comp like this, with a Reyna raise, you kind of want to punish them, right? Like, they're double duelists, like, what do they want to do? They want to fight into you. And I think Heretics grouping up like this and like not realizing that the over-rotation was happening, like, kind of messed them up this entire half, to be honest.
I think that especially in this round, something that we did not mention is that you say that they didn't expect it. And I think that maybe there was a lot of noise going in at that moment, because there was the aggression. We even saw the Prowler coming in from Nats pushing with them. But probably, I cannot believe that they didn't expect Liquid, who has been very aggressive from the defense, playing this composition, but on their bonus, they're just going to stay back.
Yeah, exactly. But also the way that Kamek played Clove is, I want every Clove player in ranked in the world, any situation, Kakuka, to play it the way he did it.
I thought you were going to say in EMEA, and I was going to say, well, this one's the first. But
he is definitively the best Clove player in EMEA.
Exactly, yeah. I 100% agree with you. But as you're saying, yes, being aggressive, still playing with your team,
okay, chat.
being
hello.
there with those smokes, but also playing it as a duelist. Just go, take the fights. Just, if everybody's pushing, you go with
chat, do you know what I was thinking that was pretty cool right now?
And I think that he was feeling really
we just watched
because he always had a second chance.
Just watched like a team have like a pretty rough time.
We got
like some family members from some of the players here. And it's kind of sick that we like this can happen, and
I mean,
like we're all pretty respectful of what's going on. And like it's not like horrible for them to watch. So I used to think this because Com's parents used to watch here as well. It's like it's just nice that
and it's so important for them coming into
I don't know, it's just nice that we have
this
area where it's
they've been
pretty respectable.
To start off with this.
And no one.
Yes, it is a different composition
Do you know
from
what I mean?
what
Like they can
used
kind
to.
of
The first half
watch
was
it back
amazing.
and chill.
God would have known what would have happened if they would have started on the different side. But in this situation that they're in against a team like Heretics,
it's very rare on the
as
internet.
you're saying, it's about shooting back. Heretics yesterday couldn't shoot back. Neither could Foot. In some of the rounds, yes, and on that bind, definitely. But Foot is the team that you expect they're going to shoot back. Team Liquid has found the key to
Valorant and chill,
Yeah, but the issue is we are gonna head to Abyss next, and this is where Liquid are not weird about it. You know, they're not running Reyna, they're not running Clove, any of that on Abyss. Well, I would be okay with that. I would actually be super okay with that. But for Heretics though, how bad does this bode for them? You know, Koala, you lose map 1, the map that you probably were really confident in because your team, the opposition always banned it. Is this the end or be all of Heretics?
I'm a little worried because, like I said, like I watched them play this Abyss comp and like Vitality played phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but I just feels like it's something that they don't really have a lot of like practice or like comfortability on, and I have a feeling that they might actually like revert back to like an old comp, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are they going to be keeping that composition? We saw Benji Fishy for the first time playing his 4th agent.
Are they doing the draw for Bangkok after EMEA this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that was just like a Pacific thing. All the regions like work differently, so it might just be something that's like online afterwards. Might be
the versatility to change
tomorrow.
things up when it's not working. When plan A didn't work, there was no plan B. And going off on a 13-1 exposes a lot of weakness. So I agree with you. I think that they should revert back and just go to the old comp.
Which old comp? They've got like 5.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say like the basic one, like they know how to play the game, like they're very good skilled players.
Yes, I think they should stick with the chamber comp.
I think
I watched that Vitality game and I just feel like it was similar to the Lotus game. They just lost a lot of jaws.
Doing what they do best.
Don't think the
exactly what I
comp
expect from Team Liquid in this map, because
looked
from the beginning
bad.
of the tournament, even though we've seen
I know they got one round
things
and that
like
sounds
what we saw on
mental.
Fracture the first time that they played against Foot, that was, you know, sometimes these things happen, but on Abyss, the synchronicity between the events and the way that the players have been getting onto the sides, everything has been so on point. I know that we've talked about HERETICS a lot today because of the synergy and the relationship with the other team, but I think this is by far his best match.
Well, let's take a look at Agent Select. They're not
Yeah, so
going
they
to
keep the
change
same comp.
anything.
I
They
think
are
that's
going to go with this comp, but at least at this point, they've had a rep. They've at least played it.
Yeah, and with them starting on the attack, I expect them to be to have that proactivity. I expect them to be countering what Liquid is doing. They're especially at the beginning on every pistol and every that. They're going to be aggressive. I expect them to be on top of that.
Yeah, I think main control is going to be a very big thing for them on the attack. Like trying to farm mini boo's orb is going to be very big. And I want to see
why they're going with the same comp. It's very hard to change up a comp and have something that's good. That's like one of the issues. I also think I don't know. I would watch that demo back and think something similar. That honestly, the comp doesn't feel too bad. My only worry about this comp is that Mini Boo has to do a lot. And maybe they can work out some safer teeth. I also think they could try and implement the Foot default a little bit more over towards middle. That would work well with this comp.
It certainly is going to be an incredibly important map, and it feels like a fresh
Positive
start
person, even if you get one round, I'm not going to flame you.
Liquid,
Nah, I just think that sometimes, like, flaming the comp is easy a lot of the time. And sometimes, I think in this game, you can make most comps work.
Team Liquid have to be over the moon.
But if there
Now,
is like a
coming into
big
this one, though,
fundamental flaw with your
where do you
comp,
see
then
the
there's an
difference
issue.
being made here between these
That's
two?
only when I'm going to call out the comp, really.
Honestly, there's a reason why Liquid have picked this map. They've already won it 3 times in fairly convincing fashions. And I'll be honest, I think their defense read on this map is one of the best in the EMEA. I don't think there's many teams that play defense that well on this map. It is a tough side. And for them to start on it, I'm a little bit worried for Heretics.
Because I also feel there's something to be said about the confidence having to come in for the likes of Woot to see Mini Boo start firing
Okay,
up
let's
as
see if
well. They have
let's see if
started good
Heretics
foot
can get off to a
forward,
good start,
and
because
Liquid have looked
I
solid
do
here.
strongly
So
think
into
there is a
map 2 we
confidence
go.
crisis at
Can
the
Liquid
moment.
keep it up? Was that first match just a
2
blip
shots
on
for
the radar,
Woot,
or
that's
is
it.
there real consistency here? Their map choice now. The early
Damn,
intentions
double drone
being
hit.
shown. Team Liquid gonna know the Heretics want to be heading this way.
Yeah, but both drones already used and no space really made for Heretics.
Yeah,
Usually
that's a rough
if you're gonna
one.
Use both those drones at the same time, you expect to get onto the site there.
I quite like Camo's forward position, but Woot's seen
That's
him.
the 2 bullets.
Lovely from Woot to open that up and create space towards the site. That's instantly going to put Liquid, I was going to say instantly into a retake, but actually they're playing this
Ooh,
forward.
fast flood
They're
with 3
trying to
people.
challenge on this, and they've isolated a fight. Good trade for Benji, back and forth. Numbers still in their hands until now. Kiko.
Wait, how's he allowed to be up here the whole time? Was Woot changing guns?
In what feels like a predictable position.
Well, yeah, you gotta look at who's left and think
I think he knows
there's a
that this
good
is gonna be
chance
open most of the time
that he's behind us.
Can only trip one of these spaces. We saw him do a 2v1 yesterday in this very similar position.
Does he get it again?
30 seconds left.
He's thought about it. Yeah,
Okay, very
done
nice.
from Woot
And
there.
like I said,
Fine stats.
Chamber is a confidence agent, so Woot getting 3 kills and only
like I
buying
said,
2
though,
bullets
they
and getting a
used
kill
both
with the
those
2
drones
bullets
to get
is
space, and it was down to Camo's, like,
very nice.
just arm showing that really made the difference there for Heretics to be able to get onto that site. If they didn't get that initial pick, I was very worried for them to get onto that site.
How many Euros are going to try the Durka clone? The thing is, those clones are getting shot for a little bit because of that clip. You need to wait maybe like a week, maybe 2 weeks.
Just Kiko and Nats.
Push on B here for Liquid.
Oh lord. Are they going to push this?
Yep.
They might catch a player in here, actually. Looking at the amount of bodies behind it. They've just drifted away. The flash coming. Turn. Not bad, but it's forced, isolated. Wait, this could be a Vandal. It absolutely is.
Uh-oh.
No
You know the
way.
confidence I was talking about.
That happens here. Huge claim on that. Panitek's going to get
It's a nice little flash through them.
And now they've controlled half the map, and this spike is... They
I feel like the coaches on Liquid have done great work.
desperately doesn't want that to drop. But now
There's
it's
not like a round that doesn't
timing
have a
on
good amount of thought
this.
behind it in pretty much every map.
Believe it. And Panitek's found Rien's. That's the spike found. Nats takes away Boo. What is going on? Oh, Woo with a lovely shot. But he has his work cut out. Team Liquid against the odds with weaker weapons.
He can one-shot them
Put it
all.
back together.
4 bullets, 4 players.
Woo do a thing about it. So many players to get through. 40 seconds.
Oh my god, Paddy's owned him.
It's down to 29 HP.
Throws the gun over to the high
This feels
HP.
impossible, doesn't it, for him?
2
Go
bullets.
of it. They are stalling time. They're making him work for his dinner. The first fight, he's got it. Nice, gets Kamek. Fancies a bit more as well, but Kiko's position looks like
Very,
the
very
checkmate,
nice
and
for
it
Liquid.
is
How many
Team
guns do they actually
Liquid.
pick up? 1?
Not letting Heretics get their second step on
The gun fall
ladder.
off?
No, kicking them right back
Looked like the
down.
gun fell off. I think they only got 1 gun
Heretics
from it.
should be falling for something as simple as a 4 push down B. Like it felt like they didn't use the util they needed to get information on the space. Happy to just sit in a smoke and try and take an orb.
Yeah.
They had no clue if there's 5 people behind that. And on a anti-eco round,
You gotta expect it.
there can of course be 5 people behind. 5 people behind that. Sorry, I'm too angry. I can't get my words out. I'm too angry at Heretics at the moment.
Tell them off. Let's see if there's any recovery coming in for Heretics, though. Already going to be noted on the knife. That's a big bulk of the players here.
They do
3 in the
have
right
2
place. They do. Mini Boo and Woot there.
This is going to be a common theme, I think, on this attack side. The chamber working towards the A side.
Yeah, just trying to set the
getting a
chamber
line
up.
on and trying to get picks. I think Woot will be doing
Honestly,
a lot.
Heretics love the fact that this just got smoked. Chamber can now go over towards the aggro side on the right. Try and get a pick. That's what it's all about. Does get his TP in a little bit.
Posting up Woot towards
So
his
he
position.
can put that down towards the right and just carry on dueling. If he gets a kill, he's going to get a ult, and then he can throw his gun to someone else.
Who's taking the space off this one.
This is what I wanted to see Heretics do, right?
Feels
More
like it's
TPs
been
towards
noted.
middle. Look at how
Still
Foot play
know
the map.
about Woot. So you can see the Liquid are keeping a good track on these positions. Now, does Miniboo over-deliver here? Timing's
Whoa.
very important. Oh my god, speaking of timing, he just looked away. Devastating, but great re-clearing towards middle. There was a question mark, and Liquid didn't like that. They wanted it handled.
Does give Woot his timing, though.
Ooh,
Gets the
lovely.
first.
Big pick there towards Palitek, but he doesn't expect the follow-up so swiftly. And now there's commitment
Big
on
duel
the
on
side.
B.
There's still an opportunity here. In Nats, he's
Okay,
shutting
Nats
that
wins out the
opportunity down
duel.
pretty much kill by kill. Boo's been
Next
caught
round's going
over
to be
towards
pretty
B.
wild. We've got a lot of
So
ults.
everything
Can
now going
Liquid
towards
keep
the
this
side.
clean?
It's just the 2 classics run,
Yes,
and
they
gun
can.
is
Very,
not
very
working
nice.
out here. Liquid,
They're
really
getting good starts
clean
into every half,
approach.
even if they do lose a
very
pistol.
clean considering Heretics did gamble a little bit on that buy. I believe that Woot is going to be down to... Oh, he's got the...
He's got ult. Yeah.
Okay. But interesting decision, but... Yeah, I think the approach
30
that Heretics
seconds
had, we're going to see that probably quite a few times default-wise. Get Woot onto that A main line, and then
Yep.
Miniboo working middle. It looks though this round, simple approach. Woot going to be contacting up B with the rendezvous? Is that what they call it?
Damn, he's getting the names.
Tour de Force? Tour de Force. Sorry, rendezvous is the TP.
Oh, that's not the right
I'll
name?
give them one
That's incredible. Honestly, he would have. If he said it with a bit of confidence, I would have believed him.
Yeah, classic. So we do have a couple of ults beyond just Woots as well. We do have Benji's now coming through on the other side. Nothing yet to depend on, but I feel like they're in again. The
Nearly.
right
I mean, yeah,
place
he's in the
here.
right.
Pendulum swing.
The right ballpark.
Towards that B side,
He's
we still
almost
have the
there.
pressure up through middle. That's a little bit of an unknown quantity.
Okay, ults, insta hit. We got drone going out.
Yeah, there it
And that
is.
is
This
the
a
duel
really
we
nice
talked
little
about
punch.
earlier.
Does it work out, though? They still
Mini
need to find the
Boo
players, and Camo's actually
has
found
the
a corner to play
TP
from.
from middle that
They've
goes
got
over
Mini Boo.
towards heaven, but he
Panitek,
still can't get the
perfect, but it's
entry.
Camo to fall. lethal, but they still don't have the sight. The cross still lethal in approach. Kiko and Patatek just mashing them on the way through. It's Benji left
Oops,
in a 1v3.
landed on his head.
He's looking done for, surrounded on all fronts now. And you loved the idea, but the execution just falling short. Team Liquid not allowing any of what Heretics want to be selling.
Yeah, I thought that was a beautiful idea. Like honestly,
really cool
that
concept.
was.
Yeah, no,
nice.
it was good with the damage on Heaven. Then you know that Heaven's clear, so you can TP over towards back top Heaven.
Timing on it.
It was a great idea, but Miniboo has to
The
get a
Camo
kill,
gun
otherwise it
playing where
doesn't
was
work.
made it hard to be an easy pick on that. Nice from Patatek there.
Oh, Benji.
Wait, the replay was sick.
And if we're talking about it as well, yet to get the ball rolling, Miniboo and Boo both struggling to get that one started here. Rian's just getting off the 0. And it just feels wherever you go, there's a 3-play stack from Liquid. They've got the right reads in these situations so far. And they want to pressure that point. They're not letting them rest. That is gorgeous. Team
That
Liquid
is
showing
very
confidence.
nice.
It gets risky in these rounds, but I like them taking the authority there.
Yeah, it's this kind of confidence that we saw in map 1 coming over to map 2. If Liquid keep this up, it's going to be a scary series.
A quick day at the office, it feels like, and a quick ticket to Bangkok, but we'll find out. 11 HP. We're going to start walking.
Some heroics are going to be needed though.
To say the
4v2,
least.
1 gun. Woot doesn't have a lot to work with on this B side. There's nothing, you can jump up on those boxes all you want, but you're probably going to get caught out at some point.
Too far.
Speaking of,
Unlucky
get
timing.
caught out. What is it with that cursed timing? Who tries to get involved to give them that
Oops.
favorable outcome? I think that flash was a little uncomfortable, but it's
Still
fine.
though, there is
Team
so
Liquid
much
again.
money on Liquid at the
I'm
moment.
loving the confidence we're seeing. Because as much as we can kind of look at Heretics and point out a couple of mistakes we're not liking, a couple of issues that we're seeing, in my mind, map 1 was a little bit of an outlier. This is Liquid playing a very solid game so far.
Yeah, like I said, I think their setups on this map, on a fundamental basis, make more sense than what most teams run. I think they're strong on this defense, and then those little mix-up plays where they're going to punish you for trying to take an orb on A main, those are the layers you need to make it not so readable.
Okay, another buy round.
Okay, buy time. Huge round here. Heretics get handled again. You got to feel like they're just going to be in the dumps. This time around, higher priority towards the middle approach.
Yeah, this is nice though. This is the TP, the TP pressure that I was talking about.
Be challenged here. He's not been having the freest of
So they
times.
do a little
He
bit.
has been checked a lot
Oh
like
my goodness.
This time Woot, a very quick pickup, but no instantaneous reaction here either.
Yeah, it's the B side of the map that I quite liked from Liquid in general. Like
How many rounds is too many?
On, this side of the
On
map
defense, yeah.
In terms of numbers, and then their holds are usually pretty good, but
I wanted to say
inside
5,
that
I'm gonna say
Camo,
6.
a little bit unnecessary.
I felt like 2 more for Liquid, and they're in a very good spot.
Reminder, Heretics can, hopefully will start shooting back.
You do have a
Heretics
chamber though,
probably
and chamber
towards
can make
side.
things pretty defense-sided.
Boo looking like he's calling. I thought he's gonna call people over, but it's like one of those.
I like this
interesting
from
mid-rounds
Kamek.
right
4v5 decides to go aggro over towards middle, and you can see that
Right
Benji's
in
expecting
between
something like this though. And
Takes the longer route.
he
run
might
into
catch
Boo.
out Boo here.
This becomes also
Oops.
telling the timing. They're both sort of drifting here. Boo does get the gun out quicker, it looked like, to find Kamek, but now it's very indicative of a B hit, right? You kind of feel what's coming this way. Do they pivot now? 20 seconds. They've gotta make their mind up,
3v5.
and Boo's
They
trying to
pop the
indicate there could be
KO
something else
because
going
they
on,
know
but
there's
it
2
is still
people here and
towards
they
the
have to
B
hit
side.
over towards
Kiko's
B.
not having any of it. He's gonna
Heretics
try
do
and shift
respect
towards the back
it,
of sight.
but
In fact,
there
I
is
love
10
that.
seconds to get the
Very
plant.
courageous
And
play,
I'm
but no
watching
one's capitalized on the
Rians.
flash, and now Nat's on the look, gonna catch out Boo. How's it going so wrong? 5 seconds, it's all falling to pieces.
No
Time
plant.
is their
No
biggest
plant.
opponent.
Oh
I
my
think they've run
goodness,
out of it.
they're melting.
Too little, too late, they say. As Team Liquid again controlling Heretics here.
Yeah, after the 5v4, I quite liked that Heretics slowed it down and didn't, instantly commit towards B.
What
A
happened?
lot of indecision in that mid-round.
Oh,
Setting
dude, I need to see.
2 toward
I need
the
to work
side
out why
of the map
Rians
for
didn't
the
plant
Liquid
at 7
bait.
seconds.
And then a kind of, we're at 20 seconds left before we're even scaling up B.
Seconds left.
Eco maybe?
Like, there's too many things about Heretics right now that I'm concerned about. Like, indecisive mid rounds like that.
No,
and
there
the
is
way
a
they're
lot. There
shooting
is.
right
I
now,
agree. It's indecisive and there's no
just give me a
confidence.
second kind of talk to you about this, because again, Fnatic are probably one of the only teams, if you talk about it bigger picture, who've managed to keep a lot of consistency doing deep runs in
Eco did
tournaments.
Omen
There are
flash.
others out
Yeah,
there,
I was looking at the
absolutely,
Omen
but you are
thinking that might be
Fnatic
the thing.
ex-coach, so you're right here. I think if
The
we
KO molly,
ignore
nah, the
Heretics'
KO molly
history
didn't
is
hit.
doing them a disservice. They were, as I said, finalists at champs. If we're going to ignore that, then every game's a coin flip. That's just wrong. But what's going wrong?
It was
here?
Omen
They've
flash.
hit the ground. Oh, don't
Yeah,
even
Kiko
say
did
running.
incredible
It feels like
then.
there's been faults with this team from the word go. What's standing out to you here? Is it the meta change? Is it just looking a little bit cold? Do they not look ready for this season yet? Burnout? What are you seeing?
I'll be honest with you, like, I know that Fnatic did go on deep runs, but we always did there was always changes being made to make it feel fresh. And when we did keep the same roster for 2024,
Yep.
it wasn't the best year for us. So I think that, you know, that freshness...
Wait, what's
isn't
Mini
there
trying to
if
say
they've
here?
got the same... Some people will argue that keeping the same roster is obviously like a great thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think that this roster needed to change at
No.
all. But the problem with it is that everyone gets a bit comfortable.
You think it's a
And
little bit of that?
maybe, but I've never heard that about Heretics though. I've never heard anything bad about their work ethic or anything. So
It's question marks.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just in the back of their mind that like, you know, we had a great year. Like,
Got to find that same level again, you know, the pressure's dying them out, but who knows? Right now, all we do know is that Liquid look a whole lot better, but Woots, hello.
Very
Hello.
nice
Don't
on this one.
forget a turned around
Okay,
player
there's been a
again.
couple of rounds where they
That's
got
pretty nice.
the first
yeah,
pick.
Turning for the flash?
Kamik was getting ready for
It's
the pop
just
flash,
about
but,
actually
looked a little bit silly.
securing the rounds.
Never went
Shot on the bum.
keeps. Yeah. Gives away the game. But that's a free pick, right? This feels like the first time that we've seen a man advantage super early. How does Heretics want to play with that now?
Yeah, it's been indecisive mostly, but looks like just straight B hit this
Okay,
time
so
for
this is just gonna be a
Heretics.
peek of the trip, or are we? No,
That's
yeah,
something
peek
new
of
to
the
the
trip. There's a
equation. We
camera
haven't
also,
seen
so
that yet.
maybe peek off camera.
Really those double
Wait for the
directories
drone,
sent
go
through.
for the swing. There's gonna be no smoke. Has a free shot here.
Right on top.
Nice shot.
Camo! Quick
You
as
don't
lightning,
need to
and
send
Nats
it,
gonna leave
though.
a spike drop. That slows down this approach. Does Nats get
Smoke goes
kills?
in. Ooh,
Yeah,
so
he
Nats
does.
can
He's got
take some
something to work
space.
towards here. They have no idea about Nats. The
Oh my
ball's
god,
coming
that
in.
was
Oh
nice,
my
though.
God, he's still going to find Boo.
Wait, Liquid
Very
look kinda
quick on that
legit.
reaction, but he's been handled. But it is a 3v3 retake now. Now look at the positions. Let's take stock here. Patatek's position is going to be important. You're going to have Kiko trying to keep himself in
Nice
this
shot.
one. Nice pick there from Miniboo. Takes away Camo and a pop of the ult. They're feeling paranoid about this. They don't know where Patatek's off to or what's going on. They want some security. Miniboo should be securing this one now. Bit worried on the
All in
timing
the
there.
same
He does get
spot.
away just fine.
Dude,
They
Kiko
should be aware
could.
of the chance of this. Oh my god.
Oh
my
my.
god, that still felt
It's
so
really,
close.
really close.
Benji to wrap
It's
it up
really
and get a
close. They
second
win
for
a round,
Heretics.
4 people
That
go
still
down.
felt very much on the line.
Yeah, it was a little bit touch and go, but round to round.
Round to round, we take it
Big
when we
ults
get it.
coming up now for Heretics as well. Tail ult and the Sova ult. Big ults on this map, making the XX really easy. I want to go back 1 second though. I think I got a better answer for you, Heretics.
Here we go.
I know it's different than Fnatic, but Heretics were the underdog last year.
That's true.
And I do think that, I know they're working with a performance coach now called Ryan that we used to work with, and I really rate him. But like, I think that work on like, there's a very different shift in expectation now for this team.
That's
and
true.
I think that shift can have a huge impact on this roster is so young.
That is true.
Like going into a year and being like a worse, but like people they're going to
Yeah,
be
I
like
prefer this
one of the
take.
bottom teams, and now
I definitely prefer this take to the other
I
take.
think that is probably the answer I should have given.
I like it though. Camo going to get out of there. You can see the pour
Okay,
on
we've
the
got a
Kiko.
variation
It's
of
full
these.
sight hit here. Rien's
Variation of these
posting,
hits, and they
trying to
clear
catch
back
him. He
his
does
sight so you
need
can
more,
Yori
he's swamped
TP
there.
freely
Yeah,
here.
Camo is finding it hard
Gonna
to find
ignore
any
the
safety on this
flash.
site. So the spike's still on
Recon
the
gets
way
shot,
up.
so they know they're over towards the
Those
right.
couple players trying to take
Stun goes
some
to swing.
security here. Is there
I mean,
some
Wu
sort of
just gets
flood
owned,
or
does he not?
retake
Oh, okay.
almost? It looked
Oh.
like they tried it, but Kamek getting caught again. Struggling in the last couple of rounds, but Woot now down low. Has to try and shift away. Rien's trying to secure the side, but there's already a player
Dude,
there.
everyone's team
Patatek
flashing themselves.
falling. This is better. 4v3, still numbers on their side, and hard to work
Shot.
us back in, but Camo clean with it. But Rien's replies, still not letting it slip away from the man advantage, but Camo apparently does better here. But
Yeah, you got
push past these two
salvos.
agents
We got
there,
no
you've
Astra.
gotta
Okay,
say
Astra
that's
Star
gonna be
just came
wrapped
down
up,
now.
Surely. But Boo getting a bit closer again. Camo again!
Very nice.
Still
Here comes Astra.
thriving.
Do you want to try
But
block?
how do they deal with the Astra? Well, they do it with time, apparently, as Boo is going to be forced to fight in this one. Team Liquid running low on time, though. There's going to have to be a big boy shot from Camo.
Damn,
He's
he
got it, but
didn't
they got
even
it.
hesitate. There was a jump peek, juggle
to the
peek, didn't
second.
shoot until he committed. That was
Perfectly
nice.
handled by Camo
What a
there. I was
amazing round from
doubting his
Camo.
capability to keep that in check, and I was wrong.
Yeah, I think people have been a little bit critical of Camo being a bit quieter in some of the series, but honestly, he's got the potential there, and that round, he has saved them.
Yeah, that round is incredible from him.
It felt like every single kill that came in was traded back, right? Heretics kept having the numbers up until that. The range on this, come on.
Yeah, I mean, comms coming, he's low.
Like, if Liquid lose that round, I expect a timeout and a big discussion about losing this
That is
piece of
some-
the map. Heretics winning.
That is some pure trust as well. And the impact that it has onto the money fully resets. They go down to an eco. Wu gets a...
keeping the money down low.
Sure. I actually do prefer what they're doing here. Wu does have a... Wu has a gun, but he buys the gun. And this means that if he gets killed, someone else can pick it up.
I think someone's had a little bit of a tumble there, potentially, too. And Nats is just farming him up. Last one's boot. What's he going to do with this now? 1v4. With the classic. Yeah, I guess going A doesn't look very nice either.
No, they're weaker weapons, so... always going to be a bit tougher, but...
Huh? Riens? Sorry, not Riens.
Riens?
It's Riens, yeah. Kamek, what are we up to here?
I mean, I really don't think that one needed to happen.
Huh. Interesting choice.
Yeah,
Probably not
that
what
is
he
an
wanted
interesting
there, but
choice.
Kiko to
The
close
money's
out.
like a little bit low,
Yeah.
He just beat him.
but I don't know about that one.
So?
Observer's not happy either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stress the importance of that that camo. Like, I'm not going to
Misclick. Yeah, let's try to see it from his POV.
It broke the economy of Heretics, and Heretics were on.
Yeah, they went for an
momentum
old
with
school double
good
trip
DXs.
recon, hold on site.
Now, is this a timeout from Heretics?
Let's see.
Yeah,
Is that the second map in a row where there's 2 in
Okay.
the first half?
First half.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's a
Heretics
rough one
final.
again for Heretics.
Yeah, like
Can't get a
one-
good start.
You think, okay, for that first map, weird comp. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't want to say it, but this is the easier side that they're on as well.
It really isn't. And you're starting to see Liquid looking more and more confident even in their more traditional comps, right? We're seeing a really solid lockdown on that A site. They've got ideas and good concepts to how they want to handle that. The approach, yeah, one did come down to Camo kind of maybe over-delivering, but that's great. We take those when you get them. What the hell are Heretics going to do now?
Can I show my coach the Lotus fault and convince
Yeah,
him
I
to
thought
put me
as
on
well,
Reyna
like,
on Icebox
Heretics
as
on the last
Asuna?
map could have had
I
a
mean,
little bit
yeah,
of you
dude.
being like, oh, they played some Reyna, we're not prepped it.
Yeah.
We're
They
a
only
team that
got-
likes to prep. But now they've
Show 'em the
got
score as
the
well.
opportunity to
Start
look
off with
at
the
what Liquid have
scoreline.
done and kind of dismantle it, and it's not looking great so far.
The fans split here. Trying to will on Heretics and trying to hope that Liquid do it. This is... I'm
The big
just
boss is here
done.
from Liquid as well. Yeah,
And
it's
what the hell does
looking
Heretics
kind
do now? We
of.
have the ult for Woot, full buy behind them.
Chat. What are the other
And
three
you just
maps?
had a timeout.
Fracture,
If you
Haven,
had
Bind.
every piece of the items you wanted, you got it now, right? This is the full hand to play with, basically, barring a couple of the ults. So you got to see impact now, Mini.
Yeah, this is the default that I
Okay,
spoke
that's
about,
nice.
the foot do all the time.
We're
It's
starting to see the
really
Bravos,
strong.
you
And
know,
then
I don't
you
wanna
kind of
say
realize that
one
you can't
tricks
actually
almost,
play
but
in
you
this
can't run
area.
that over and over
And then you
again,
can
but I
fake
love the idea
TP,
behind
and then
taking top mid.
this just becomes a nightmare.
Liquid
Then you
had
can
the
literally fake
perfect read on
TP,
that. Like, they
then you can
knew
hit
that
sites
Camo-
because everyone's
they knew
focusing
that there
up
was
towards
one
middle.
little
So
spot
the fact
where
they've had a
Camo could be zapped
successful
to try and
round here or
punish the
a
TP.
successful kill,
But
they can
got
now
stunned
bait
by
that
something. The
for the
Astro's
remaining
done
rounds.
That's on the operator.
Just a shame that
I
there's only
doubted
been
it
like
before,
2
and
of
then
them,
he looked
right?
absolutely wild on it. Does he outdo Woot?
Shot
He
from
does.
Nats.
He's good for it. Takes him away.
Kamek's in
And now
trouble.
Kamek gonna have to show his hand though. He's kind of tucked on this one, trying to stay alive. Deals with the dark. What is going on? Okay, but Nats has just got Mini Boo as well. He's still sticking around. He's seen another. Oh god.
Oh my god, Nats got 3 here. He did so good. And while Kamek was struggling a little bit, he did manage to capitalize off of it.
Totally different feelings on either side.
Such an
Kiko,
important
pretty
duel.
confident, Sky high. For Heretics, a must-have round.
Yeah, I like that Kiko is making so much sound as well, so that Patty can
To work here.
try and get to this angle. Still no plant.
For Kiko to get back into this. But it looks like Heretics want to try and find the player, take away some further space, find security from the flank.
They
They're trying to go
hard
for
this
it.
corner, I'll be very surprised.
They're going for the plant on this side. Kiko.
Whoa.
Oh my god, Riens! How did he get the gun out so fast? But it's down on Patek now.
Okay, the stand-in against his old team.
And this starts feeling more and more predictable because the time's elapsed. But he's able to get close. How close can one man get? This close! He's still got the flash as well. I think he caught a glimpse of Boo there. He absolutely knows. 1v1. You got to put your faith in Patitek surely in this, but Boo's going to play to the time.
Damn, bro. He actually 1v2'd him. He is going to give it. He has got to give it. Surely a wave across the stage or something.
Up to 8 rounds here.
Yeah, almost poetic that it's Patitek digging the grave right now for Heretics. Yeah, not...
The problem for Heretics at the moment is I've seen like 3-4 rounds where they get the first pick. They've lost so many like 4v5s.
Beautiful 3K from Nats. He doesn't need the chamber.
No.
I mean, didn't even give him a wave or anything, it's just ignoring him.
And it's been dominance from Team Liquid.
Is this what it feels like to have your team do well? Has it been that long? It's been, I mean, it's been pretty long.
Camo's in that exact same position as last time, thinking he got unlucky last time. He wants to tempt fate again, but Heretics this time not going for
That's such a such a brutal first comment.
They've got Hunter's Fury with Rien's as well.
Why is Nats open? People are kind of realizing that you don't have to be on the jet, chamber, etc. to op in this game. Like, as long as you position it a little bit smarter, you're alright.
Little cubby to play from pretty much. Nats is there, but he's pretty far off. He was already kind of expecting it felt like that B take to come in.
And now with the spike down, the post-plant util for Heretics is...
Okay, well, this is going to be weird. Does Spoo get this? Yeah.
Teo Salvos, Astra suck.
This should be impossible for Liquid to win, just purely positionally and all-wise.
Working out really well for them. This would be an unforgivable loss.
That's a great start.
Get things started. Can't really contest on that. Has to respect that the dart connected. Now you're seeing the util pour on.
Hey, Nats has tanked it, but he got half.
Commit it to halfway to try and make this doable. They're going to force everything through here, and the panic's starting to mount.
Oh no!
Oh
no, Camo's fallen off the map.
It's just Camo's falling.
Oh, Benji's going to get the kill.
If it's how you get the round, it's how you get the round. The slow and that's your death. Benji sending him down to the depths.
Oh no, he missed the jump.
Being held on 8 and Heretics up to their 3rd.
I mean, it's a nice idea from Heretics using the Astra ult to just get the site for free.
Yes, I mean, shout out to Nats. He actually made this a doable round.
But it did require 2 big
That's the real team player there, just tanking the salvos to get half.
This is another map where it's an attack side of the map. So it's not a great look even if they win this last round.
He made it and then...
I mean, he should have just fell. Denied it or min-max, come on.
8-3, here we go. Fast.
Yeah, and it's the absolute classic.
Oh, I love it. in unison, but
a great trade. Mini Boo gets to all get out of there. There's still 2 kill trips over towards B. Dude, there's 3 of them here. Do they cancel?
He's been struggling. He sees so much.
Oh.
Gets them the site. Gets it secure. Plant should be on the cards here for Heretics.
That is absolutely mad from Boo. Down to 1 HP. Tanks the nade. Tanks 1 headshot. Went for the good plant when he knew they were here.
Then you're going to see the KO on top. Timing is everything. And we wanted to handle it. I like that. It's bold and it's brave, and you need them to back themselves, to call their own number up once in a while. But Nats on that luck is spotted. Rien's looking sharper by the second, and Kamek is cleared.
Dude, 8 on defense is wild.
It's doable, but it's certainly not what you want for Heretics.
Again, there is the chamber, so that kind of makes it a little bit more defense-sided, but still. This is an attack-sided map.
Very important pistol round. Second half.
That will mean the world to them. They need to lock in on this one because Liquid look lethal. This could be the 2-0 start in
Heretics 1 pistol, yeah, they got eco'd after.
You don't want to miss this second half. Liquid could close it out here and get teed up for that 3rd map. One enemy remaining.
It doesn't feel attack-sided and ranked, dude. Anything flies in ranked. We don't use that comparison. It just doesn't feel good in ranked, that's true. I just don't think the map feels great in general, to be honest. I'm pretty happy it's going out. after Masters. Is this a best of 5? Yes, it is. Sorry, chat. I just gotta mute the music so my VOD doesn't get wrecked. What makes the map so attack-sided? It honestly, with a certain comp, on like certain comps, you literally can't sit on site to hold. Like, there's not many places on site so you can actually hide. On both of the sites, B and A. Can we expect the Lotus VOD on YouTube? Yeah, let me see if it's uploaded. Yeah, it's live now. You can go check it out.
To 4, if you're just tuning in, Team Liquid with the upper hand here. Looking exceptional so far, and Heretics only gathering 4 rounds. Mini, that is not a lot to work with.
No, considering yesterday they won 1 out of 12 on the defense against Vitality, it's not the half that Heretics wanted here.
No, it's not, but it's not over yet.
So Pistols at the moment, it's 2-1, 1-0 for this map.
Crowd is heating up.
Look, the crowd is wanting Heretics to do better here. We'll see. For now, Liquid on.
My thoughts
the
change on the
attack
Reyna
here.
and
Heretics,
Lotus.
of course,
The thing is,
now having to defend.
with the way that T1 played it, the Reyna, they would lose everything that like is good for their comp.
Liquid in a good position if they can hit this exit quickly.
Yeah, can Boo stay alive here? I don't know if he can. No, he can't. He's cleared. So,
Wow.
Mini Boo getting
You know
caught
that
as
pistol
well.
that they needed?
This feels like it's already fallen apart, but let's see what this flank looks like. This is what they put a lot of stock behind, but it's not reaping the rewards they would have wanted when Nats reads it.
Damn it. Look at how together they are, though. Look at how together they are. We pretty much got a 4-person swing at the back here.
Bangkok tickets right here, right now. 10 is not even that far away.
Yeah, it just looked way too easy for Liquid. I mean, Boo stuck at the back of the site with a smoke. I don't think he's ever holding that against a full exec, to be honest with you.
What are you meant to do at this point as well? But the game's just spiraling away from you. If you're reading the game like normal, if mistakes don't happen, which they can, Liquid lock this one in as well. That's 10. And then that finish line.
Okay, they're allowed
so
2
close.
deaths.
That gives you
Rien's.
everything you
Okay,
need.
and Wu, obviously,
go
we got
forward.
Chambers.
Wu looking
4
like he wants
bullets.
to try and have impact here. Kiko right, Patatek left, and it's a 1-2 close down. Simple stuff.
The Heretics are stacking towards the B side of the map, so there is possibility, but Nats also.
Labored,
Okay,
but it
3-person
works.
stack here.
Trigger Liquid to go into the B side into the stack.
Okay, no, this is still game on here. Hold on. Rien's, Boo, and Benji starting to get cleared
very
out
clean.
here. The mismatch of weaponry finally being the bigger factor. And Rien's, he's got a ways to go to find this one. Let's see what he's got for us. Just a Sheriff. 3 opponents in deep post-plant positions. This is tough. I think he knows it too.
Get the gun, it fell off the map.
Gonna make sure he knows it.
I'm pretty sure it did not.
10 for Team Liquid, marching towards
Oh
that
no, maybe he
finish
got
line
it.
now.
Yeah, just
God,
from
they are
TP,
so
he did get
close to
it.
getting this done. This bonus is going to be lethal as well.
Yeah, Liquid last time on the defense had some creative ideas that I was so about, but we'll see here if they've got any up their sleeve for the bonus. It's looking like it's going to be a very
Yeah, it
direct
didn't pick it up
towards
in
this side
time.
of the map, and if it is, poor Rien's has got a lot of work to do.
But remember, at one point in time in my mind, Rien's was, you know, potentially Leo 2.0. This guy
Okay,
has
this is the OP comp. This is the OP hit on A. Like it's so hard to hold A when this happens. You get unbreakable knife that falls down here. You got recon at the back. You got flash dash into the smoke. Like this hit here. This is like one of the reasons why this is so attack sided. You cannot hold sight with this hit.
Goods here, but Camo wants to get a bit more involved.
Especially when the drone gets distance as well, and Camo is absolutely sending it. And dude, dude, how are they alive for so long in these duels?
Yeah, I mean, Kiko's destroyed them at the end, but even the round was already
that's
in my
nuts,
eyes,
dude. That's their
almost
first buy round.
over
This map's
as
done.
soon as the exit came into A. There's wait, like Heretics have changed their setup.
Look at how long he survives this duel.
To be more towards the B side
Oh
of the map
my god.
Because of Team Liquid favoring it in their previous series, and Liquid have just said, no, we're just going to go
That's some nice shots though, fair play.
The Heretics resetting after that round into their more standard approach, the 2-1-2.
This rise from Team Liquid has to be studied.
Kiko, no, he puts up some wild numbers on smokes. The change to put him on smokes this year is like genius. He's been so good at the role.
I'd love to see them try something a little bit more together on
If anything, he frags heavier on smokes than he did with Duelist.
So much more in these sort of rounds, you get a little bit more freedom to play with, but Benji is going to strike back at least. So takes away Kamek, but I like this from Woot. Again, I don't mind them trying things in this sort of round.
Yeah, Boo is not the chamber here, so I agree.
Toxicity is rising within you. I like it. It's good. Does the off angle get rewarded? God! They're hitting hard today, to be fair. Liquid are absolutely hitting.
I mean, I don't think Woot had too much success. Like, this was the main... He did this almost 12 rounds in a row yesterday. The A main...
Okay, Nuts needs to just protect the gun.
It wasn't particularly successful for him.
Nats is just trying to defend the back line. Oh,
that'll do it.
It's just poetry in motion, making it look so simple. Miniboo's done for. Liquid making it up to 12, and they've done it with ease. Let's put this into context. 4 rounds for Heretics. That's all they've got, including the first map. 4 rounds. All they've managed in all of the rounds so far is 8 overall. This has been a Team Liquid show so far.
It's been dominant.
There is a real conversation to be had about this being over in 3.
Yesterday they won 5
Okay,
out of 24
8 chances, and
Today,
Liquid go for this set A hit again. And we have 4 people going aggro for Heretics.
9 out of 41?
The maths ain't looking good, but this round is all in. They've gone for the brawl, put it all on the line and see if we survive.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
They're keeping up to it.
Oh
They're
god!
Trying to get back in the
What's happened?
in these moments. It's a 3v2. Kiko and Gavin trying to do what they can to bring this back.
Surely not.
All that was going on. HERETICS gonna get rest here. They're back up to what looks like better numbers now.
Prius, bro. How does this guy keep getting hired?
They can just slow this down for a second as well. They can ease back into this. Rienz and Boo are still just on knife's edge
Liquid
here.
have a minute to play with. They don't need to do anything.
They're flashing in, and it's a really nice flash. But it's Boo who's just behind the cover, able to just shoulder peek out on it, finds Kamek, and the TP gets taken. But
Dude, he thought he had the spike.
Little mistake there.
Yeah, everyone's out here making mistakes.
Just wait around a little bit longer, but
I kind of like what Kiko's up to, though.
Yeah.
Again, if you're going to make a mistake, make something of it, right? And if you're Boo, do you think about this? I mean, maybe the offset in timing does make you question mark because they haven't got a plan.
You can see that Boo is question marking his own spawn right now.
Yeah, thinking maybe Kiko's gone for some, you know, mad play to spawn.
Chat, they are so far away.
We know what happened, but they might be rewarded in this because you just.
They are so far away.
And speaking of expectations, it's completely subverted with a surprise up middle. Kiko, unconventional, but it seems to work as Rienz now has the challenge of his life just to get through towards the site. He has no idea where Kiko's gone. He can hazard a guess, but he's got to make the cross. And Kiko.
Yeah, Kiko just realizes time on this one. Takes about 17 to 18 seconds to actually get it from the A side to B side. So you add a little bit of pressure in the afterplant here. Just don't give him a kill. Very, very nice. Dude, another 13-4. 13-4 into 13-4.
Liquids. This is just sophisticated dominance so far. I didn't expect it from Liquid.
No, that's what, 2 13-4s in a row? Like,
I can't believe it.
Heretics need to reverse sweep Team Liquid to make it to Bangkok.
That sentence in its own is so powerful to think about. It has to be the reverse sweep now. God only knows if they can make it. I certainly don't.
Liquid? No, they're playing great.
Oh, hey, you're so clean. Camille, nice shots. Yo, Kenny. Oh, I followed them up.
Okay, chat, we've got Fracture coming up. I'm going to spam some ads. We'll be back in a little bit.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. 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 Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. 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 Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch.
Team Liquid are just one map away from locking in Masters Bangkok. And for Heretics, they might just miss out on the first global event of the year. I'm your host, and I'm back here with Kakuka and Koala Noob. We have never seen Koala a Heretics that looks like that. Not even a champs did they look like that.
No, I mean, like, usually you're seeing Benji Fish, you're seeing Miniboo, like, they're getting extremely hyped. They're trying to, like, lift their team up in, like, weird situations, and like right now this is a weird situation. Like, they're down 2-0, like this isn't normal, they need to start waking up and they need to start feeling better.
The momentum is obviously and fully on Liquid side, and as you're saying, I think it's so important to have those kind of rounds that bring you back into the game. Come on, guys, we can turn this around. And we didn't see, when they won those rounds, it was not a stomp or somebody having a crazy play, so Benji or anybody else could be like, yo, guy, you're insane, just keep it up.
Out of all of the times that Heretics, you know, we joke about them always being second place, at best of fives, not having a great record. They've never been dominated like this. They've at least put up a good fight. But here's the thing, though. How do you fight against a Liquid that are just confident, playing together? Like you said, Kakuka, so much reps as well. They've been on this stage more than anyone else.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And I think they've gotten pretty comfortable. We know when we talk about the aggressive from the defense, why is Team Heretics not prepared for that? Why are they taking so many risks, especially at the beginning of the round, not setting up the default properly to fight back against Team Liquid?
Yeah, and Koala also, why are they not anticipating what we saw on the second round of the game where, you know, Heretics, they win the pistol, but then we're going to take a look at it right now. This eco, what was the plan here? What was the protocol?
I think they were just trying to do like an orb default, like they were trying to get Benji's orb way too fast. I think they just weren't like they didn't think about the risks that can come with that. They should have waited a little bit more. They're on pistols. They know this. They're gonna get in their face. They have to, right? It's the only way they're gonna win this round. Like the thing I don't like here is when I think Boo probably calls for them to re-aggro the space, right? Because they know that they have that space. But what a lot of teams are doing now is they're starting to stack up together. It's 5v3. Why do you need to move, right? So you're walking back into where the Vandals are, and look at that, like 5v2, and the round's pretty much over. A beautiful flank from Nuts, and yeah.
Yeah, in many situations, even we see the teams, if after they're being pushed, they just go to another side of the map, not retaking that space. You know, just give it up. You already know that there's at least 4 players there. Why would you go for that? But as you're saying, that is a huge risk to take against a team that you know is aggressive on the defense, and it's so normal to just stack on one of the sides after you lose the first round.
I'm very glad to see that they're smiling in that clip, you know, some sort of coming alive, and to say that. But the thing is,
to reset, they look pretty happy.
We're also seeing a Heretics that are just making some weirder decisions, some mistakes. We'll take a look at this round where they had a Sova ult and a Tejo ult. And what happened?
I feel like it was devastating. Like at the beginning, we see them use this Tejo ult. It's not the only one that they used on this side of the map, but we see no impact, as in we just forced
the round
out
where
of the
everyone
side.
flashed themselves, right?
Team Liquid, they're already ready to retake. The position has not been forced out. They still haven't lost completely the control of the side. Yes, wood is good for one, but you know the Team Liquid wants to fight. They do not want to get into that post-ban situation. And even when they do, by the way, that shot was insane coming in from Camo, but they seem so in control, even if it's a 4v2, even if it's a 2v3.
And you can't be losing clutches, Koala, like this. If this wasn't the only one that they lost, it felt like a theme where they kept losing these 2v2s or 2v1s.
Yeah, I mean, the clutches, like with Heretics right now, they're just not good. And like another big point,
Scream is this, dude, but at least they brought back Reyna. I feel like Liquid has to be the org that uses Reyna the most. We must have the most reps on Reyna, surely.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Honestly, our win rate with Reyna might be pretty good.
5v4s, and the reason we're highlighting this is because it's Team Heretics. Kakuka, they're not the team that do this. It never happens to them.
This 2v1 as well. I think that, yeah, as you're saying, it's not what happened to them at least last year, but the confidence that we're seeing, this is the HERETICS that they wanted to have on his team. We're in this situation, he's 2v1, we say he never loses this.
Thieves uses a good amount too.
That he isolates
yeah,
first,
that would be the
like,
top 3, I imagine.
Especially against Boo that is not having a good series. Guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, for Liquid, they are just doing what they showed up on stage to do yesterday as well. They don't need to change anything, but this is the thing. Let's get some copium.
Look at when I start referring to them as we. Dude, I was including my old team in it. Come on.
A reverse sweep before.
You gotta give me
in
that
this
one.
Region. The first time we ever saw it was last year. There could be another one in this best of 5, and it's a good thing that we're going to Fracture next. Let's talk about who we think should be the player on the side of Heretics. Can maybe Kakuka dig them out of this hole?
I think it has to be Miniboo. We were talking about how him being on the Euro, we like to see this new frontier for him and how he's going to face it. Now in this map and after the performance that we saw against Gentlemen, how the rest of the team is going to set him up. Everybody playing from a role of comfort, including himself on that race. He has to be the one taking those duels and being victorious. I want to see good plans. I want them to be proud of what they're doing in each round.
Yeah, I mean, Miniboo, he's on a comfort agent. Raze this year has been his best duelist by far. He's looking fantastic on it, and it's like you said, the
Can't wait for me
comfortability
to
that
pull
they're
a
coming
cage and
in
reveal the
with a map
Liquid
like
jersey.
this.
Dude,
This is
you're
exactly what
literally
you
wearing
need if you
Liquid
wanna make the
merch.
reverse sweep.
I wouldn't even hate
What,
a
you
Neon
want me
if
to
they manage
remove
take
my
this one.
Liquid
They go
merch
to
to put on
they go
more
to
Liquid
Haven,
merch?
They go to Bayern, who knows what's going to
Not
happen
that-
next.
I'm not sure
And
that's
here's
much
the
of a
thing for
reveal.
Liquid as well. For some of these players, you know, your Kamix, your Camos, they've never been in the best of 5 against a team like Heretics where they could take this a clean 3-0. And this is also where we do see teams drop a map. You know, it's very, very hard to close things out 3-0. And for Liquid, I want them to not waver in their confidence.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you. Oh, I would die to see what Nats is saying here. I say in here because I feel like he's been so proactive.
Disrespect them.
Yeah, disrespect them. I mean,
Yeah.
there's been some bit of this.
I mean, that's what I would like to hear my IGL say if I'm up 2-0. The way Liquid's been playing this game.
Message for Angel.
But I mean, they're up 2-0, right? Like they're playing full
Yeah,
confidence.
they are
can
winning
run
every
it down
aim, Joey.
together, and it's
You probably
working.
just want to take them
why-
all.
Like, don't change anything now. Like, do what keeps working, and if you need to adapt, you adapt from there. But if Nats is saying that, that's, in my opinion, the perfect thing to say.
I like what you were saying, Yinsu, about the Neon. We saw Foot using it. We saw the variants. When we speak about comfort, and maybe Heretics now taking a little bit of what Liquid has been doing of changing the compositions and whatnot, it could be a solution.
Yeah, it could be. And this is not over. It is a 2-0. They will have one last chance here as we take a look at the agent select. They're not going to change anything. And for Liquid, they changed
Dude,
stuff already.
Liquid
and
had
this looked
a
really good last time.
yeah, they had the good change up
exactly.
from their
Having
fracture comp
moving
originally.
away from the Gecko and the Sage,
They
playing with no
did
duelist.
just
You know a
spam
lot about that.
B hits
Quality.
though.
What do you make out of this change?
Every single
I
round,
mean,
so
I
they
think
basically
it's
went
very, like, simple
E6
on a map like
times,
Fracture. I think it works really well with
and they
the way
won
the map
5 out of
wants to be played.
6.
The
And
Tato,
their
in my
arcade
opinion, this might be
default,
his best
Giants
or one
couldn't
of
do
the best
anything
maps,
about it.
And I think it's going to really make Camo's life a lot easier.
But I
knowing that
don't
main control will
expect
be
that to
very
be as easy, yeah.
They can rotate more
You never know.
accordingly, and I think it'll be something very simple to play.
Yeah, with Rians also playing from the sky, maybe missing a little
I'm
bit
also
on
like
that
Heretics
stuff,
on
but
this
I
map.
think
I
that
feel like
the
their
recomp is
protocols are kind of
pretty
through the
well,
roof.
and the
Every time they
ultimate
lose some
can
kind of map control, they
definitely be a
insta-dogging
game
or
changer. With
insta-droning, so they
Heretics
got 2
starting
of
on
them
the
to
defense here,
make
I
sure
wanna see
they
that proactivity.
have a
I want
reaction
to see
and
them
take a lot of
taking the
space.
space and also getting those first kills, at least even if it's to feel well, to feel good, and actually reacting well after that first step.
I mean, they have
33%
to.
win rate, but
Otherwise
it's a
gonna be
100%
in
win rate with
trouble.
this
But here's
comp.
the thing, Liquid,
So it's actually
they
kind of
are
close.
one map away. We haven't seen that at a global event for an entire year. Pansy and Mini, this is going to be his best chance right here, right now.
But doing it in 3, come on, that would be out of this world. To be able to lock out Heretics, deny their chance at that first international into
Astra,
the new
I think
year
Astra's incredible,
would be
yeah.
unbelievable, and they have every chance to do it. It has been lackluster. It's been a weak showing so far from Heretics, but the map pool starts to look a bit better for them at this point. You could argue, right?
Yep.
But it takes a lot to do a reverse sweep, Mini, and Liquid.
Does everyone
look
agree that Terra's
so
has a super
good.
balanced
I'm not
launch?
sure about the next two
Nah,
maps.
I
Well, this
disagree.
map
I
in
think it's
particular,
overpowered
I did
agent
like
still.
what Heretics were putting out in the last series. they
Still on
played.
board, that needs
Like,
enough.
Their defenses have been horrible the past 2 days, but they did win 11.
I just think
the
it's more
last
just
time they played
teams
this
getting
map.
used
So
to it.
I think Heretics do have. I would favor them on this match.
Streaming on YouTube,
But
it's live.
Liquid are no slouches.
We're live right
The
now.
Breach
People
Teo
chatting.
combo,
Okay,
the
Heretics on
comp switch
defense,
from
Liquid
them
on attack.
has looked good.
And
let's see what we
this
get here
is
today.
the arcade default that they keep doing.
We're going to see the fast
And we see the
B,
heavy
see the
damage
body
over
already in
towards heaven as
tower,
well. The whole
and
of
it's gonna be
tower
a
was
conceded site
damaged.
For Heretics. It's going to be a big retake for them.
Instantly.
Okay, after
Shifting
losing
into
B
that
side,
gear.
they drone to see if they can push far
Lots
behind on
coming.
this one. So
There's gonna
Boo
be a
is
majority
going to have to do a
retake
lot.
Through the spawn for Heretics and just Boo on the flank.
But it will be noted this flank.
Doom
will
Bros,
go
hello mate.
unchecked on, or at least considered, because they'll have to show presence.
Oh my god, is there a gap in that?
I don't know how he got that, but he did. Turns the flash as well. Camo's back in business, baby. Oh, Team Liquid looking just a step up. They look so much better. Woot and Boo just looking like there's nothing to do here. Boo's finally
Look at
made it.
them
It's
double
like, oh,
swings
it's even
together though as
dead.
well.
1v5, Boo. Show me what you're made of. That ain't bad. Give me some more. More of that,
Oh,
yes,
imagine he hit
please.
that one.
But the
Time-
time is so low.
No time on
There's
this
no
one.
more to be
It
done.
is
Nice tries.
4-1
Don't
for
equate
Liquid on
to rounds
pistols.
here. Team Liquid get off to a belting start.
Yeah, Liquid with the A stack was unfortunate for them. I expected more to be pushing out of A main there early, not just Boo.
Doom Bros, thank you for the raids.
But
I didn't even see that you
Camo
raided.
on that,
Appreciate
I
that.
don't
Thank
even
you,
know
thank
how he
you.
got that first one, but afterwards
stream
the
is
trades
good.
off of each other, the aim, everything from Liquid is just looking. The fundamentals look incredible.
I'm shocked.
I'm watching Team Liquid with this level of fundamentals. I did not expect
We're
this.
praising Team Liquid. It feels bizarre. I don't know.
Dude, why is everyone flaming them so much this year? They had a bad start.
But they
Leave
look
them alone.
good, right? But there
It's
is
so
an element that
outrageous,
Heretics
dude.
also look a little flat. And at this point, the best go to Bangkok. That's a simple fact
There's
of
only
it.
so many times we can say that, and it's frustrating. Like Heretics looking flat and Liquid looking good.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to casting. It does get repetitive, I promise you. But for now, Liquid carrying on. But we see a stack here. So, do they feel it out? Do they even care? That's what we find in the next couple of seconds. And Tech just, the confidence is so palpable, right? They're just willing to take these fights. Now that's big for them, but it feels like it's all for naught, right? They can
Camo would love an extra kill here.
Lucky. I don't think they picked up on the first try
That'll
there.
do it.
And they're just getting cleared
They
out.
got the snowball
In
potential.
normal situations, I might have question marked here or been a bit more worried, but Rienz is going to have to go nuclear, and he simply cannot.
Bonus round, and they got the
Losing
Razor.
two, but they're going to keep that Vandal up. No sweat there.
The anti-eco has been very clean from Liquid. They seem to have shifted their style into more of just a direct approach, and that's usually dangerous, but with how they're kind of trading off each other, how the fundamentals are.
Yeah. If you've got someone like Kiko, if you've got someone like Camo, Kamek, Nats, Pansy, and they're all firing, do it. If you're hitting shots, run that.
It looks like another fast idea from Liquid. The exact same strat as the pistol.
Yeah,
the
arcades.
Heretics
Arcade
with
default, but this
4
time they're gonna.
ready this time.
I mean, it is the
Forced
pistol.
into a fight, though, right? Like
Just this
there
time
is
using Razor
a
into it.
ball to be had on this.
This
They
is
can't
the
sit
site
towards
that Heretics
tower.
want to
This
fight, though.
forces them a little bit further forward. I do
But
wanna see
Miniboo's
how
gonna
they
get
deal with
spotted,
this on the
no?
other side. The molly's there. There's no backing away from it now, and it's gonna be.
Wait, what? How's that even possible on this map?
Okay, but
Down B. Last player standing.
what just happened? I'm baffled as to what just went down in my
He's
mind.
dropped down from heaven,
Came in, the
and
only
you have
approach
to
he
like
had
jump
was
to.
jump out,
Yeah, you have
and
to
he
jump
stopped
to
his
create
death.
the amount of damage
But
to
it
do
was a
it.
good bait for Miniboo.
Yeah. Fortunately, it actually all
I mean,
worked
it turned
okay.
out to be an
Kiko
incredible bait. Yeah,
left in a 1v4 now.
similar to what EG did, obviously without
Curious as to
the
how Heretics made that read.
self jump.
That's a hell of a read to be making on your anti-bonus round, essentially, just stacking 4B. So props to whoever called that one.
I really hate the terminology anti-bonus.
I'm sorry.
Never seen anyone die from full damage on this map.
Sick.
What would you say?
Buy round.
Is this a buy round?
It's their buy round, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not to agree to
It's my
disagree.
pet peeve. It's my pet peeve, all right? You know, I'll let you get away with everything else. That anti-bonus.
Is the anti-bonus.
Full damage heaven. Yeah. Dude, I don't think it does much. I think it does like
He's able
8.
to get all the
max.
orbs that he can. So take a nice little trip.
Yeah.
Do what
and
he can. Collect some bits and bobs.
Another one here to
Here he is,
get.
he's found another.
He's on the side quest.
But
right?
does yeah, Boo's got him.
He's succeeding.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
By that I meant Miniboo.
No,
Think-
don't think so.
Not sure.
Nice clean round from Heretics.
You got it?
Oh, okay, I'm a noob.
Love you, observers. You're on my side. That's what I'm saying. And here it is. Let's watch this one back. Yeah, I guess it went.
Wait, did 15?
The bait was.
Dude, the bait was incredible.
By hook or by crook, I guess, right? However it gets done.
It's so interesting how the mind works that like they see a player jumping out of heaven, so therefore nobody is behind.
No one else could be here.
No one could be there.
But repeatable success, we have to wait, right? That's the big question mark with me. Again, we've been seeing generally Heretics get 4 rounds.
And straight, the same again from Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, this is what they
Sure,
spammed
there's
against
even
Giants.
adaptation on this. You can have the same
The
early start indicator,
success
but
rate
you're
is
gonna
through the
change
roof.
something up, right?
Drone clears all of arcade, and then you can push through the reactive smoke and scan over towards
This
Saint.
time, no one behind the box. But Boo is still towards tower.
Great trade.
1-for-1 traded out, so Camo can continue.
Jules everything.
Benji now has to pick up that mantle, and he's
Okay,
done
that's
it.
Spike. It should be
Lovely.
done.
Spike now left towards tower. He can control this space with a bit of support. He still has Rienz here. So can Kiko cause any further pressure? Flanks on the way as well. Don't have all the time in the world to play with. Benji trying to keep their eyes trained up here.
Yeah, we should keep an eye on Miniboo at the moment.
See that slow close from Miniboo. Kiko has...
How the hell is Kiko killed too?
And the flank does get checked on. Kiko's going to know about this one. Nice from Miniboo, finally. Looking like he's got a bit of form here, but Kamek's still alive. Both players should be noted as well. They know where Benji is. They know where Miniboo was.
Nice reposition from Miniboo though.
I really like that.
He does leave Benji by himself though. But yeah, Kamek.
Yeah,
Kamek's
but
trying to isolate
it's
Miniboo
also
and
kind of
nowhere-
nice because
nowhere to
Cam is
go.
going to think here or
Playing
here
like
because
this
he might have
now,
gone
Benji
underpass.
taking the time to
There's not a
fall away as
chance
well.
he thinks
Kiko
he's
the spike, That's
spawned.
fine because there will be the eventual hast plant. We
And
can work
then,
together towards it. It's a really nice way to
Benji's played
control
it
the
very
space
good
of
as well,
what's
knowing
going
this
to
is
be
going on.
available for Kamek. So
Pretty much giving
Spike
him
is in
heaven.
hand. Might have util back on by the time he's planted, if he actually gets the chance to even plant. Minibu's reposition is
and
lovely.
he should receive a nade to the head in a sec.
Go for a pick here. Does spot one, but the paint shell going to be coming through regardless. Time now is a factor.
Very nice.
Very well controlled by Heretics.
Yeah,
Kiko still made this doable. I guess they like tried to double swing him.
Game plan for this fast B. I think it's a nice idea because Heretics were quite weak, I'd say, towards the B side of the map. But it seems when you game plan this hard, it kind of backfires sometimes.
Looks like he spotted Riens before this as well.
Just change one little thing, you know, play 4B.
Sure.
So usually you'd see with a game plan, in my opinion, you play the first rounds a little bit more defaulty. Feel like, are they doing the same stuff? Then
I feel like we muted the wrong bit. So, force them down to an eco, they got one hero gun, and Liquid are probably going to have to find another idea because this whole fast arcade default that was working against Giants is not getting them too much.
Willing to try and stand on this. There wasn't much of a buy from Team Liquid here, though. It is that Guardian that's just been shifted back over into the hands of Kamek rather than Camo.
This is it's going to be a nice round for Heretics, you would imagine, if they can keep this clean. Get 3 ults for the big buy rounds.
Willing to charge.
Liquid are only going to have
themselves a little bit more here, taking some of these more aggressive
Brimble,
fights, you'd say.
maybe if Patty gets some
risk. No need to overdo anything now.
Yeah, the Heretics just look more comfortable on this map, and when you're comfortable, it means that
Fracture, it's normally attack side.
Looks more comfortable too.
Got it. As far as Kiko
like a 7-5 is pretty common. People back in the day, mostly EG, used to average like 9-8.
Barrel showed for a second. I thought he might have been on for that one. They still need to get past Benji, though, who's got good control over towards tower on the reposition. That's nice. They still going to know, maybe have a good idea about Benji here. They certainly do now. But Nats is still, Nats has gone down. Okay, that's fine. I was a bit worried it went the other way for a second there, but Benji doesn't get
Lovely little lineup.
Calm and in control.
There's some good ults online here for Heretics. They can put up some numbers. Liquid should have a rough time into this buy round unless they got a cool set strat with the Brimble.
Absolutely.
He has been, you know,
we saw it on Binds. They had some nice stuff in terms of Brimble
this is a map
set strat.
On Cypher, he's got a lot of work to do against the tail, but it's a very important defense for a Cypher on Fracture.
Yeah, I think, again, seeing him in this sort of role, he's had some of the most impactful games playing from this Cypher. I'd love to see him have that sort of high note here, see if we can see them really contest. But straight away going to find Nat, so a very early start and a very aggressive start, taking away B main control.
Yeah, they went for the double satchel onto this box, and you can see over the smoke.
The straight satchel down.
Pretty sure Nats wasn't close enough to hear this.
Switch up here from Benji as well, playing over towards this A side of the map.
The Jing play, yeah, that is the Jing play.
But you can see he has to respect this. Liquid just simply have the numbers. He is on
3 smokes when you're execing over to war, like from drop. You got to do this one on top, otherwise you get spotted from heaven. And that was a nice little double.
Take the choice out of his hands. Get proactive themselves. Speaking about proactive, they're still going.
Wait, that decision making was legit.
Who the hell up in Team Liquid?
Camo's really stepped up past 2 games.
Quiet about this one, Boo. You're gonna be heard, mate. Kiko heard him a mile away.
Yeah, he baited the sound of the rope as well.
When he's playing by himself,
used the jump to get the momentum also.
For that retake, they had the numbers. I think that's a bit undisciplined in my opinion.
Which is strange because I feel like he was always so very good at that. You look at even Sunset when he was kind of playing those sort of solo roles sometimes on his own. Such a great anchor on on maps like that. So seeing him make some uncharacteristic moves in that situation.
I mean, he had the smoke advantage, but it's just, in my opinion, a risk that I don't want him to take.
Okay, kind of flipped as well. Liquid got such a...
Now we're starting to get pacey, and Minibu is up to it, up to the challenge, and up to a third. 3 quick.
Okay, I was about to compliment the fact that Liquid had a nice round where they used all the ults, and we kind of get it reversed as well.
Does get to slip through, but he's got targets everywhere. And that flash looking destined.
Kamek's ult, I mean, he would pretty much already gone for it in the 3v5, I think.
Kiko's been good. But he ain't this good. Minibu,
2 armory buys, that's it. Might not even go for it.
Like just aggression meets aggression with an in-zone flawless.
Yeah, and it was the desk highlighting Minibu on the raise being necessary to step up on this map. And that looked like the nicest, the cleanest round.
Oh, dude, but he's won him 2 rounds
So
already.
it's just
Like, he's already stepping up.
Masterclass of aim from Miniboo there.
Yep.
And even managed to get Kamik's tail. A bit of a weird one. 2 or 3 people already dead, and we saw the Armageddon coming down. So a little bit of a mistake from Team Liquid.
And a timeout as well. Is this the first Liquid timeout we've had?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it must be.
Because all the others, I think, were Heretics, and they're all in those first half. So first time we see the coaching staff get involved. Right, the deeper into this year, the map pool does get a little bit different. Once we start getting into best of 5s, things, you know, can swing around. But it's the first competitive start from Heretics, right? If we look at how the other maps looked, even though obviously we now know the scorelines, it didn't feel good, right? I think
Liquid can get a good low buy onto this one.
Weren't hitting the shots.
It's going to be interesting if they want to use the ults into it. Probably shouldn't. Woot's one away from an orb. Boo has Astra ult. It's a weird map for Astra ult. On defense, it's not great.
Challenge for Liquid, it feels like here.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that map pool-wise,
maybe it is alright.
Probably the best chance Heretics have in this series. I mean, we thought it was going to be the Lotus, but then
It can be very nice for retaking. Just don't have to worry about one side.
Should have gone for like a Reina here.
What, Liquid?
Yeah.
No, I mean, they ults are still decent enough with the way that they play this.
Got it. Okay. Crowds love a timeout. Can't get enough.
Toronto. Oh, you're playing against that team, Toronto. Hey man, good luck. I mean, dude, when you're an underdog, you got no pressure, dude. Don't worry about it. Just try your best. You got nothing to lose.
One not too far away from Woot as well.
Again, another direct approach from Team Liquid.
No
slow defaults for them.
That paint shell could have caught and actually caused a lot more damage. Yeah, he's down low. Now, obviously unconfirmed how much damage he suffered.
Orange GG with the Prime. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. I appreciate the Prime usage, mate.
I'm very curious why they've got 2 people on the north side of the map seemingly doing nothing right now. So there's a plan going on here for Team Liquid that I'm not too sure.
Pressure's on them, yeah, dude. Just have fun, legit.
Going again.
If you guys don't worry about pressure and play like Brack, you'll be fine. Dude, the Razors are really stepping up at the moment. They're just taking turns of winning rounds.
He's in a pickle. Yeah, get the hell out of there, Woot. Sight's clear. And look at the space been taken on the other side. Oh, Paditech. That was a perfect approach from him.
Yeah, the round's been beautiful from Liquid.
Does Heretics even want to save? They kind of want to do damage here, really. They got so much money they can buy next anyway, and maybe even the round after. Like they can tank the hit here. They should just try and get like 2 kills between them.
Do you know what I mean? Coaching, actually doing coaching stuff. We love that for them. Very, very happy. But
all that.
And you're right. It kind of won and lost.
At least they went for it though. It's the right decision with the money. Kitsu, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you so much as well, dude.
Though that has been the protocol kind of reaction.
Both teams are good at this map, in my opinion, and the main push out on defense is one of the differences between what I would consider a good or a mediocre team on this map. So nice to see that like layering of knowing, you know, how good teams play this map.
What do we have ult-wise as well here? Still got camos, still got Paditex. These are big ults to play with on the other side. You still got the divide with Boo, and you've got Woots there as well.
Fracture gets weird with the big ults.
Yep. This is a tricky old map, but a lot shown here early towards Dish.
Yeah, strange. Dish, not usually a favorite
Oh.
position for...
Oh.
I mean, it's forced the hand, but Camo actually primed for it. It's...
You could see that Woot was aware that this was the only position they could stand to avoid the ult and salvos on this. But 1-for-1 with a Razor, it's not too bad.
It looked pretty on the map, but...
It felt like a panic ult, though.
Yeah, it didn't... There was nothing supporting it.
What is Kamek up to here? This feels really, really disjointed this round so far. And
Kiko out-aims literally everyone.
Rienza's going to fall, and Team Liquid somehow
that was pretty poor from Heretics, though. I wonder if they're going to time out. That was rough.
Yeah, a bit solo there from Heretics.
That was incredibly solo.
See teams playing
it's
a
like
bit
peak.
more kind of retakey on the
Peak.
side of the map, and
Then peak.
I highlighted it last time when
There's
Heretics played
three
that
ones.
You can be punished for playing on this side.
And it
You're
feels
taking
like
the wrong peak. you know, Benji's
How many rounds
head
does
was
Liquid?
off
Like a 7-5 for Liquid here is pretty much
Doesn't
average.
even get to save. I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout coming in for Heretics from this one. Maybe. I feel like we
Yeah,
see Liquid after
honestly,
theirs.
I'm timing out
Yeah,
after that
after
round.
getting
It just
weird
looked rough.
ult
Unless
into, like,
Boo's
very
like
disjointed 3B
blaming them a
ult.
little bit
Okay, watching this one back.
and telling them they need to just actually play as a team and someone needs to take control of this stuff. But look at
Just
this.
like Benji wasn't comfortable with the idea that someone had lurked past him, whereas I think the Benji I know would be more than fine to be like, guys, someone's walked past me, just deal with him.
Yeah. It does feel, yeah, and it is timeout for Heretics here.
Yeah.
That is a very strange round. I'd love to see what they made of it and kind of what caused that reaction, because the last two feel like they've really shaken the Heretics team a little harder than expected. We have one away from Miniboo's ult coming in, but how do they want to
Awesome,
implement
down
this?
to an
'Cause it feels
eco
like
as well.
Liquid are starting
Dude,
to
that
get
round
read back in, right? They're
means that
starting
they
to
have
get
to eco.
really dialed in on what Heretics have been up to. And with that panic ult in mind and all the other bits and pieces, I'm a bit worried that they can't recover, because it is pressure time, right? We talk about pressure. You're now facing 2-0 down. You've been held on 4 rounds in every single map, still in this one. And you've got a couple things going wrong here.
Yeah, I think if Liquid on those first 2 gun rounds didn't go for that rush on B, that was a bit blind, this could be looking very different right now. 4 for Heretics on the defense is not bad. Usually you kind of lean towards the attack a little bit, I think, on this map, but...
I think just knowing the situation, they need more.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like, it's,
you know, it can't be, yeah, we
can't be held on 4 again.
No.
We can't be held on 4 again. That is just unacceptable for them now. But it's a broken buy, so
Okay, top side
I
crunch.
want to see if they can activate Miniboo in a certain way. Do they have something they want to bring out for this?
Nats
And it
is
looks
really
like
committed.
It's pressure and a run straight through. I mean, I'm not sure if I love the idea of this one. And there's a shorty on the other side now, Nats.
It's unlucky. His reactions are really good.
Hold on. Now, Wood's done well
Dude,
towards Nats, but in the
Kamek
meantime,
and Patty took the
everything has
rope
fallen in
across
favor
to
Liquid.
help. That is...
Yeah, Heretics went for a
Did a bit
little
crazy,
of a front
but
on the north side,
sure.
not having the weapons to trade out effectively.
I was about to say that, like, Nats did really good because obviously once you see them pushing here, you know it's a top side crunch. Like, you're not just going to push from one side. I'm very surprised they took the ropes across to help.
But a buy here, right? 2 big ults.
Yeah, look at him go. No
and
hesitation
one
as well.
situational ult.
That is really
Seeing
bold.
operator out for Nats,
Like,
seeing
that could
bad
backfire
layers to this
so
Emini.
much.
Looks like Heretics are going to be going for their stairs push again.
I think Nats played that really well,
It's
though.
going to force Team
Like, his
Liquid
reaction was sick.
into A.
At least they're all playing
Blue's
together,
gonna have to
though.
do a lot of work on this A side.
Look at what they're holding, though. Look at what they're holding. Are they expecting them to come jumping down here? If they hold this, they are absolutely expecting Miniboo to try and hop up on towards it. We saw it before when he had the ult as well. Miniboo playing into it. Liquid are trying to really be in the heads of Heretics.
Heretics are a very cheeky setup. They got 2 on the site right now. Literally.
Woot, though.
Oh.
Okay,
What does he
so
go
I saw
for?
that page.
Oh my god.
foot, a
Just
barrel,
knew if you were...
something shown? I
Nah,
don't
not
know,
even.
but whatever happened,
Not
it
even. He
worked.
just knows
And then
if
forcing
you're
through
dodging
away,
the
there's a
nade, you're going to
stack
go
on
to
this
that
side,
area.
And it's still looking flimsy. Boo's in trouble, but he's trying to play ahead of it. Trying to play out his life here. Spawns out, Camo sees the ult. Camo's going to find Benji. The site is open. Plants on the cards. Rienz and Miniboo need to pull off heroics here. If not miracles. It's
Yeah, they're
looking
running
like
away with
7
it.
is
I
destined
think
for
they got to
Liquid.
save.
Now,
I don't
Rienz,
even
they're
think
walking
you can
back
go
into
for
just
this.
Such uncomfortable territory. Camo waiting poised. Nat.
Off the
eyes
contact,
trained
he's
on
going to
it.
send it up the rope.
I don't know if this is even doable. I'd be backing away.
Wait,
And maybe
wait
they
for the
should have
stun
done.
swing.
The money's
Dude,
in a
Liquid are playing
great
really well
spot for
together.
Liquid, and it's not looking good. Bullet to the back of Miniboo as Liquid making it up to 7.
Patty's
And Heretics
definitely
once
you can tell
again
from how everyone
denied
plays around
that
Patty
fifth.
that his comms are great.
Yeah, I didn't love the approach from Heretics.
Yeah,
the
that's
idea
just the
was
brain
doing
going
that
with
kind of
the
stairs push,
nade that we said.
forcing Liquid into A. But those A site holds, they're not. It's not a consistent way to play this map sitting on A site.
And is
Like,
this...
Patty Tech managed to get the ult, and then it just looked stupid.
Yeah. I'm worried that these round losses never feel good, don't get me wrong, but it hitting at this time feels so key, so critical to this. God, as if it's going to be 4 again. It's not over yet. They've got ults here. They've still got a bit of a buy. It ain't pretty. I
Okay, a
mean,
lot of instant pressure over towards A main. And then they take the ropes across. They're going to see if they're going to react. We have a nice reaction here in terms of flash went out. I have no idea if that hit Nats. It looks like that hit Nats, and they're going to keep 3 people here.
Well, I'm not going to say it. He's going to get 5, isn't he?
Of course he will. Camo's still around here. They know what they want here. Heretics desperate to get that late A main control, potentially keep that there for themselves, but Miniboo isn't in the perfect position for this. Only got the SMG, and look at where Liquid are now congregating towards. This is still the spike, though.
It's like they have the whole map in this point, but Heretics are making... Well, they look a bit confused, but...
Looking like Heretics have a good read on this.
So you're gonna have,
I'm a bit worried that Boo is just going to tank all the damage and have nowhere to go.
He's still paranoid about it being that A hit coming in. God, but this silence is deafening. Pressure now mounting. It's time to go. They've got to make it towards the side, and the ult going to come down. Benji out in the open. Swept aside. Kiko's
Boo
clear.
has kind of timed it, 5 HP.
It's looking like
They might
8-2
think
on the
Heaven's
cards
clear.
here. Kiko wants that plant, going to get that in. Down to 3. Miniboo, Riens, and Boo trying to work this back. Miniboo pops the ult. He wants to find a body to place it towards, and Kiko's already found
My God,
Riens.
Kiko
It's
is
falling to
unbelievable,
pieces here.
chat.
Falling like flies as Boo, the last one alive, with a goddamn judge.
Yeah, they have no idea, and Camo just looks over just in case. They got 8.
4 again for Heretics.
It's, yeah, I mean, it's not out of control on this map, but it's still
They're
still a
sitting
lot.
on sites against ults and getting owned. Like, this isn't the Heretics that I know.
Anon, thank you so much for the
Shadow
gift.
of their former selves,
Thank
and
you,
it's
over
going
to
to be do
Fru.
or die time pretty soon here. This is what it takes to get to Bangkok, to pull it together when it matters most. Let's see if they can do it.
The Sky? Yeah, normally they had like loads of reactional stuff that they did, but the thing is Liquid just had map control everywhere. Let me mute this as well. Mimi said she would glue herself to a chair if Liquid made Bangkok. Wait, what? what kind of glue? She did say that. I mean, someone's got to clip it at very least. Someone's got to clip it and just send it to probably Kurt. I flame Prius a lot. Is that who that's meant to be? Prius? Yeah.
Was meant to be the redemption of
Dude,
Heretics.
that's
the
standard.
way back into this.
If Prius gets good at his job, then we'll talk. We'll start complimenting him.
And Liquid could
Until that day,
less. They've made it up to 8
the,
minutes. They look confident. They course correct.
That day's a fraud.
And now the pressure is all on Heretics.
Yeah, they're going to need to dig deep here to find something. It's the best of 5s from Heretics have been something that we've talked about, and it's usually
Okay, we should talk about pistols because it's really one-sided at the moment, 4-1. And Heretics are in that spot again where they have to win a pistol, otherwise it might be another 4-3. 4-3? 4-13. Kind of close.
God, do they need this one. Let's see what they go for here. Of course, Heretics now on the attacking side. It will be.
I'm Seraphim.
Liquid
Thank you
on the
so much for the
defense.
9 months. Thank you, thank you.
Waiting for a main pressure.
Yeah, they're waiting for some kind of push here.
Yeah, Heretics just expecting
Got a nice little
design
setup.
idea from Liquid. Liquid on their defense.
I think this setup the longer time goes on, this setup loses value because obviously it's great if they come from this angle, but if they come from underpass, that stun ain't hitting.
Just waiting for that for the exit.
Just letting it simmer right now as well. Further this goes on, the better it plays for Liquid. All of the
Okay, they hit the
scrutiny
site with
gets
his
put
3
to Heretics,
people
right? They have
and
to
a
move late
and a
in a round,
Cypher.
walking into what could be the unknown that
Dude,
they've
Nax
gathered
is still
towards
holding
B.
on to his camera.
Yeah, 3B here for Liquid, so they are in a decent position.
Gonna Paditech. Is he playing camo off this? Does he get to play himself into it? He does. Miniboo on the receiving end. Paint
nice
shell
nade.
goes in. That has to force him away.
Yeah, and there's the trip we were talking about.
Oh, it's
Damn, he's
gorgeous
actually there's actually no access to sight. He's done it. Dude, 5-1 in pistols.
Music, Team Liquid with an in-zone flawless to start the second half.
They had a pretty good read on the setup.
Yeah,
3 on
Heretics
site
didn't
with a
do
kill
too
trip.
much on the map there to inform any kind of rotation or any kind of read as to what Team Liquid are doing, and walked straight into the trap. I was expecting in this game the Teo Salvos to be used a little bit more to try and get rid of these Cypher trips, but not something that we've seen on either side right now. And Nats will be more than happy about that.
And it's a slow march once again towards 10 rounds. Liquid, they've been here before. 2 maps just passed. Similar scenes. But can Heretics change it this time around? If they want to go, if they want a chance at international competition, it has to start even now with only classics. They have to show signs of life. It's been dreary.
Yeah, right now just doing side quest orb grabs from Miniboo, but Liquid already have pushed out of the south side.
The map just keeps feeling smaller and smaller. Okay, that's 2 for Miniboo.
I mean, yeah, they're just trying to get orbs, just try and make sure that Miniboo's ult's online
Conditions of the eco round,
as fast as possible.
Again, if we're looking at a 10-4,
it's hard when you look at the kind of the small factors. You're like, oh,
Dude,
okay,
they got such a
fine.
forward bait
But then
setup
you put
as
it in the
well.
context
This is
of,
going to work so well,
10-4,
surely. What's the gun
map
committed?
3, best of 5.
Okay.
You know, it just gets
Oh, God.
Here's Paditech, the bringer of death. Once on their side, certainly not anymore.
Dude, it's always a nice setup, though, fair play.
Boo, a formality, Liquid, it's 10 again. Up against the 4 from Heretics.
honestly,
Dude, this is what I was saying on the other map, right? On Abyss, when they had a good eco strat, like no round is wasted for Liquid. Every round there is like a really good plan.
Feels disrespectful.
It's a really good setup.
And I love it. I love seeing it. Getting their heads rent free.
Like I'm telling you, the coaches and Nats have done a lot of work.
Liquid's bonus, it's not going to be the most perfect of, right? 2 Bulldogs, Guardian. Nice. Do they make it off 4?
Looks like a south side crunch maybe here for Liquid.
Yeah, they go through the camera at the top here where you have to boost onto the box with the satchels. Where there's a satchel done?
Oh my god, why do I feel it's going to work out? They're just going to make it in the smoke! And this might be it. This could be the first real
Wow,
kick
they only got
of them
1
into
as
the
well.
cockpit.
Straight up
Rienz
trades.
and Benji trying to pick up the pieces. Rienz has to turn on a dime.
He did incredible though.
Outnumbered. And now it's Benji with a 1v2 to try and beat and break that cursed 4th round. The crowd want it. Willing him on. He's only had 4 kills in this entire map so far. It's all 4s all the time.
Yeah, the confidence is.
Denying them again.
It's just the form that we talk about, right? Individuals.
I know in this kind of moment for Heretics,
it's not to what we saw last year.
Pressure's on, and maybe we're forgetting stuff. But in preparation, I'd be more than surprised if they didn't know that that deep stair smoke meant the south side crunch was happening. If I got that in my notes, they've got that in their notes, and they weren't ready for that side side crunch at all, it looked like.
And these are the mistakes that happened under pressure, right?
Exactly.
Because you throw that into a different scenario, they're not going to fall for it. But here, in these circumstances, it gets just drifted away from them again. Look at that run arounds. God, Heretics.
Yeah, it's not.
What a slow and painful
It's not great.
death this might be. We've got Guardians. We've got what they can. They've tried to muster
Outlook
something
and
together. No ults to completely
one
bank
tap 2.
upon. Miniboo 3 away, 2 away from Rienz.
I'm surprised they can even buy this much, to be honest.
All the pennies scraped together. Nats trying to find a little bit of safety. He has. Miniboo taking most of that damage. Oh, Nats.
Liquid already out of A main.
Look at this. Look at his position. You're dead.
Damn, dude. We're getting double entry with a shorty on defense. Oh, he got that as well. No way. That's actually a crazy round. No way. Are they going to 13-4, 13-4, 13-4 them?
Away from Bangkok.
I mean, the heroics from Nats there was beautiful.
Mate,
but
I
my
cannot
coach, Ray, was
believe
already seeing
he gets
the
4
A-main
here.
push coming behind. Even when Nats got nothing there, I think that Liquid are in a decent position to win that round. This is a disaster for Heretics.
Dude, they got wrecked.
And now, what could be the final round is with Spectres, Stingers,
Oh my, that
Guardians.
last kill.
One ult for
Honestly, the
Riens.
third kill is really nice as well.
You have Nats with flashes of his brilliance.
Okay, another one, another 8 chances.
Finding a corner to play from. The flash goes far,
The
but he's
great
still
stun back from
standing.
Patty,
Minibu clears.
just
Still hope
didn't hit the guy
remains here for
close.
Minibu. He goes further. Panitek can't be the one to stop them now. Minibu charging forward, marching towards the site, trying to just flood in on this, and they've done it at least for now. It
Minibu
looks
gets
like
his ult.
Minibu individually trying to get him around. Nats, I said you're having a vintage game. At this point, I don't know if they won the ace, they just won a round. Get him off that 4th. Boo. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I mean, he won't go for it.
An ace,
But
potentially.
let's try to do damage.
There's no real time for this, but if he can make it costly, that would have been great. But for Nats, he's thinking bigger picture.
Yeah, and for Team Liquid, it's going to be about just keeping composed.
Yeah.
Not letting the pressure get to them.
I don't think you start even feeling
He's
the
picked
pressure
right,
until it's
yeah.
like 10 at this
He can
point.
one-shot
Here at
all
ME,
of them.
Considering the security for the weaponry is so valuable, and again, Nats is taking it away from them. They do make it out with 2
Good
Vandals.
damage.
Ult still
He
there
might even
for
get the
Minibu,
outlaw
and a
again. He knows that
round
loads of
from
them have to rebuy
He needed
light
that.
armor.
The team needed it. It gets them off 5. Heroics called upon, and they still have a bye here.
The 13th round of the whole series for Heretics.
Dude, Mini had such a smile on his face when he said that one.
One
round at a time.
Now you can say it, but we can see it all over the face.
Believing it is
It's a different
it's
matter.
a different matter.
Need a couple more of those, and it can't just be the Minibu show. We need to see it as a collective approach here. We have his ult. Benji's got his. 1 away from Boo's. But Liquid aren't far off from themselves as well. 2 away from Patatex, 2 away from Kiko's, 1
All right,
from
Nats has to do a
They've got
lot.
some real close here. And they've chosen to try and tussle with Nats, it looks like.
Got similar kill trip.
Trying to clear through. Does he find any safety now? Minibu trying to hunt him down. A 1-man target and a 1-man army. Nats finds his
No
other
way.
number, and he's still alive.
Hey, Nats
He
did
still
great,
tries to
though.
do the damage, but he goes
He
down.
got good info as well.
Riens
Literally
claims him,
spotted
and they
all of
claim
them, got his
security
ult
on the
off.
site here. A little bit of stall. They're going to try it. You're going to have Camo trying to lean forward here. A little bit more time to
God, this
play
gets
with.
weird. No
Finds
plant.
nothing on the side, but
I
he
think Camo
spots
needs to
out.
relax, though.
Dealt with. They deny. 50 seconds trying to keep composure here. Can they punish Liquid? They're trying to. Heretics holding this together. Kiko still alive, but only Kiko alive now. Down on 30 HP. It looks like Heretics might have weathered this storm.
Yeah, dude, Liquid, Liquid are getting a little bit carried away. They gotta chill.
Take their eyes off the prize
They
for a
gotta chill.
second. Kiko has been lethal.
It's one of those where it's like if people try and make
Bouncing,
plays to
time's
win,
there.
it probably won't happen. But if you just
He's
play
got 2
normal,
towards side,
it'll
one off
eventually
towards main.
happen.
And he's been caught. Lovely from Heretics. That was a really chaotic round. It could have gone wrong.
Yeah, they kept composed. Nats with a little bit of going for heroics again. Maybe needs to calm down a little bit, but they do have rounds to work with, Team Liquid. Yeah, the approach from Heretics the past 2 rounds have been very direct. Just mini-boo go kill is what it's felt like.
Hey, but sometimes when you have a Minibu, you let him off the leash.
Nice! Let's go, boys.
Round by round. That's 2.
Force
Team
them down
Liquid
to an
with
eco.
just the Vandal to work with here.
Okay,
No armor for it
from
either.
8 chances to 6
Alright,
chances.
Camo, give me some aim. Oh!
That's the hero gun, and now the hero gun might double up, especially as the drone is going to reveal that there's only one person here to hold it.
Peek that corner, you can do that from anywhere.
Yeah, and they all go for this early.
Yeah, Woot's having none of that. He's
Double
off,
the
off
guns,
ski.
in
Did they
reaction, they
manage to place
take
the
A
weapon?
main.
No, Patatek's
Who gets
got that.
it?
He's got
Patty,
white
he's got
shield and
ult.
the
Dude, they got
This
great
is not
ults.
safe yet.
Heretics have accelerated appropriately. They should get this site.
But should doesn't seem to cut it.
Because they
in
should
these
get the
sort of
site, but
days. I don't know why.
this,
Liquid do
all of
have
this
reach
damage
and
here from
rim
just
ult.
these two,
I feel like
include the
Patatek's
salvos there as well,
I really do.
they might get
It's
wrecked
a
on
really
site.
considered position though, but the smoke is still in play. They're going to shift through that. They're out towards site. Plant's going to be on the cards. Going to try and deny that. Does Patatek spring? No. He waits. divide in as well. They want to make them work for this.
They are going to commit them, it looks like.
There we go. Ult's coming. Team Liquid flooding right on back in.
Oh my god, Camo tanked it a little bit.
It's all going to be chaos, I promise you that. Kamek the only one to draw blood. It's down to a 3v2.
I'll tell you what, this Astra ult was incredible. It gave them so much space once this ult came down.
But for now,
Big Boo's ult here fully saved them. And Heretics are going to feel really good because... Wait, let's wait. They're not going to feel good if they lose.
That was way too early. No, no way. Okay, hold on. No half achieved. Paditech trying to take the fight towards main. Boo on the back foot here, but time is running too short. Surely they've got time. It took everything. Mini, it took literally everything.
Okay, it's all good. What I was trying to say is Heretics are going to feel good because they got two giant ults out of them.
I've got a quill out Team Liquid there, using both the Brim and Breach ult in a situation where you've got low economy, you're coming out of a tiny choke point. Those are the kind of moments in best of 5 series. In deep, you know,
the tail ult? Dude, the tail ult is so fine, chat.
Where I get a little bit worried.
It's a high pressure situation, it's a 1v2, it's 12-6. You don't want to lose to an instant defuse. He's relatively far away to hit the spine.
Exactly.
You know, it's I'll give him a little bit of leeway, but the score is closing in. 7, not the 8 again. So we see, we wait.
Okay, 8 chances down to 5 chances. It's getting a little bit low, but
pull this one from the brink of what felt like death.
They do take aggro A control, and they now have the tail.
Nice little double stack A main there.
Has to be respected. What are you meant to do against that? Where does Heretics head now?
It's getting to that point of the game where it feels like there's just so much tension.
Palpable at this point. I feel like they're aware of this. This could be the downfall. It's going to be seen. Okay, do they try and punish, or do they just hope they dismantle? Okay, they're going to fall off that. In the meantime, we see the crunch coming in from the north side, over towards Dish.
Liquid have 3 on A main, and Kiko looking like he might come back over. No smokes off Dish.
But they're rewalking this. Look at them clearing A main.
40 seconds, they hit over towards B, there's a good push. So, Liquid spot the trip over towards here. Do they... Okay, yeah, they do. Raze jumps over it. Raze is going to take some space on this one. We've definitely got to check out Camo in a little bit. He might just win the round. Camo, 1.
Walking into an absolute storm here. Nats is going to
Benji hit an important kill. Oh, Camo took him down with a nade from the grave.
On the way. It needs to get there fast. Kiko trying to disallow it. And look at the ult.
You've got ult and salvos to stop the plant.
They're not going to commit towards it yet. But
wait, they might actually be done here.
11 seconds just passed. It's down to absolutely nothing here.
Mate, you got a plant, and there is some salvos coming in your head. Oh, dude, it's done. Holy hell. Dude, Liquid 3-0'd them. That's crazy. And it was insanely convincing. Rough for Heretics, because individually, they definitely don't look on form. And that is wild from Liquid. What a run at the moment.
And that is Team Liquid.
Right, shout out, the coaching staff did so much work, chat.
3-0
it's so much work
against Heretics.
3-0.
They've had an incredible run.
Because I feel like the individual step up from Liquid's been very nice as well. If you compare it to some of the first 2 games they were playing. Dude, Nat's back at Masters. It's been a while.
Clear changing points with this roster, going from what was very uncomfortable, scrappy, messy, to what looks like a real challenger here.
Yeah, I was a bit worried today. I was like, if we send Team Liquid to an international, how are they going to hold up? But after seeing some of the stuff...
Yeah, it looks easy to shake off almost for Heretics because it wasn't close.
They absolutely do.
Like, it's a devastating loss, but sometimes you got to learn from the losses. There's a lot to work on.
About this performance, about this run so far. It's not easy trying to reinvent yourself time and time again, coming off of such a high note of last year. A lot of new pressure, a lot of new problems. And now for Sage
Bruce in the YouTube chat, thank you so much for that.
Bangkok,
saying congrats to Liquid on Bangkok.
I trust.
Looking legit. Yeah, especially the anti. Dude, the anti and the individual step up is very strong. And Kiko's been insanely consistent.
To win this.
Yeah. But today, I think the fair thing to say is the better team won. Team Liquid, that first map, going through the whole thing that we've seen, unbelievable. Willing to play this confident, really quirky look to things, and it worked out
doing
so
the
well.
interview.
It's
Double
been an
interview?
absolute treat
Lovely.
to watch this team go from strength to strength. And I can't wait to see how they
Kiko's
do
currently the
internationally.
highest
That, to
rated
me,
player in the
is such an
EMEA.
exciting
Yeah,
way to
dude,
see
on
how they do
smokes
tomorrow.
as well. That's
But
sick.
that's true. There's still so much more to come. You're right. How will they fare? Camo's been incredible. Kiko, Nats having a vintage rollback performance. I mean, from start to end, they have been incredible. God, what a moment for them. That's got to be a real surprise for them in a way. Because, you know, coming into this start of the at least kickoff, I didn't expect to see them one of the teams going forward. I think that's a fair assessment, but my God.
Yeah, my read was that they had players that are going to be able to accept a good system in the coaching staff. I think that Lohan is a coach that we probably don't talk about that much, but
Yeah,
I've seen
I'm
his
telling
work.
you,
I
the
think he's a
coaching
good
staff
coach.
did
All right,
work.
let's
Yeah.
send it over to the stage. Yinzu is standing by with Nats and Kiko.
I
Let him
am
turn this one
indeed.
up.
Thank you very much, Pansy and Minnie. I'm now joined by Nats and Kiko from Team Liquid. Guys, give it up for them. Give it up. Now, as you can see, all of the branding, the stage behind you, you will be heading to Masters Bangkok. I'm going to ask you guys about this separately. First of all, Nats, we didn't see you at any global events last year. I think everybody missed you seeing on that stage. Talk to me how you're feeling about qualifying for this event, but also qualifying at your prime. You're playing so well. We're seeing some vintage Nats. We got the op in there as well. Everything is just amazing. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling good. I don't think it's a prime. I mean, I like how am I playing right now and how am I doing as the IGL. It feels good, but it's like, I think it's the second time, to be honest. First year, I qualified to 2 international events. After that year, I wasn't qualifying. After that, 2023, I think I qualified everywhere. Again, year we didn't qualify anywhere. Now I qualified again, so it feels good. But it kind of like, not the first time already for me, but it feels very good.
Wait, does it feel, I mean, how was it like last year when you didn't qualify for anything? It must have been tough, right, watching other teams go ahead of you?
I mean, it's always tough to see how on the international event people are like playing, especially when I was doing a watch parties. You're kind of watching and you see the people play and you're like, why am I not there? But sometimes you just don't deserve. You need to work harder, and I think I'm glad we proved that. And now we're going to the Bangkok. And
yeah,
that's good.
You're gonna be there this time. You're gonna be there. Now, Kiko, I know Masters being held in Bangkok is very, very special to you. Yes. Over in APAC, all of the Southeast Asian teams have been knocked out. You know, some of the Thai representatives will not be there. But you are half Thai, and yes, you've spoken about that. This is a very special thing for you. So I want, maybe we can milk it a little bit. Get the APAC fans on your side. Get them on Team Liquid here. What does it mean to you to make it there?
It's really important to me because my mum was really cheering us on for this event. I told her that I'd really make it this year, and it won't be a repeat of last year, and this year we're going to make Bangkok because it's really important for us. And yeah, I think there's a lot. I think my family's going to be there from Thailand, so hopefully they can come watch.
Yeah, I feel like
Dude's so
you're going to get the
pumped.
fans behind you. You were also telling me before this interview started, your mum is watching, right?
Yes.
Is there anything you want to say to your mum right now?
Thank you for taking a day off to watch me. I won the game, so you know, it was worth it. So yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it, taking the day off, yeah. Now, Eamon's just laughing behind you.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing there.
Yeah, Eamon's always taking days off, you know, he knows how that
Doesn't
feels.
work.
He knows how that feels. Now, not only did you make it the fashion you did, the dominant fashion you did, we have to talk about Lotus, because there is something about the fact that whenever we see you play Fade, Nats, someone is playing Reyna on your team. It was Redgar last time on the Reyna, I don't know if you remember. But we were kind of guessing a little bit about why you played this comp. Was it a last minute thing? Have you been prepping this? Is there a reason why you left Lotus open today? I have a lot of questions, so yeah.
I mean, it's good that you have a lot of questions. It's good that Vitality has a lot of questions in that case.
Oh, okay.
So let them think about that, how they're going to think. Previous match, we also banned Pearl, and now we banned Pearl. So let them think how the VT is going to be, but it looked good. I like playing Fate. Lohan saying you should play Cypher though, but I played Fate at least once.
Oh, second time, right? I believe this is the second time that we've seen you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was
Twice
that...
on Lotus though.
Yeah, but was this a conversation that you did have to have with your coach? Like, trust me, put me on the Fade, not the Cypher. And he was on board?
Of course.
Oh, wow. Okay, I love that. And Kiko, I feel like the Reyna doesn't need a lot of
There was such a
persuading.
Yumpy-esque reply.
But on Lotus, it's different. We don't see that very often.
You know, it's just it's something we cooked up, so it was pretty fun to play. Get back on the duel list again. I told Camille, like, every time we're playing double duel list, we haven't lost a map, so happened again today.
2 out of 2, right?
Yeah.
2 out of 2. I assume you'll tell me the real reasons tomorrow after the final. Okay, we'll have this chat again, and you can.
Okay,
honestly.
tomorrow you can ask actually.
Okay, sure. Tomorrow I'll ask you this again. Speaking of Vitality, you've played against a lot of teams here already. You have the most reps out of everybody, but you haven't played against Vitality, and they're also looking insanely dominant. So how do you think you're going to match up against them? Again, because you've played so much, and we feel like that's a good thing, right, Kiko, having reps on stage?
Yeah, I think that playing a lot, you know, coming from the lower bracket, playing like, I think 6 best of 3s or 7?
We played, it was our 7th match.
Yeah, okay, 7 games here. I think we have a lot of experience now. The team, like resetting, some resilience, and like being more comfortable on stage. I think it's really a big bonus for us. And I think it's, hopefully that it'll be like a deciding factor for tomorrow anyways.
Is there, how big of a gap do you think there is between Vitality and some of the opponents you faced already? Is it, do you feel like it's going to be a tougher opponent?
I mean, we will find out tomorrow. They were doing very good. Previous match against the Heretics, they played very well. Against Food, they also played very well. I think against KC, they only had problems and they played into 3 maps. It will be good to face, and especially counting through the thing that both of the teams qualified to Bangkok, and now it's about who is going to be the champion of the Kickoff. It will be a good match.
Yeah, you've already lifted a trophy on this stage before. You know what that feels like. You know what that feels like. And lastly, you are the final team to make Masters. Everyone else across the globe have already locked their teams. Who are you most looking forward to playing? Because tomorrow, after the finals, we will be finding out the draw. We'll be finding out your first opponent. So is there a team that you would like to face?
I only know that G2 qualified. I don't know about any other teams, to be honest.
This guy watches nothing else.
DRX, T1, EDG, and Trace.
Okay, but to be honest, G2, they're looking really good. I think that I'm most excited to face them, hopefully. They're looking really strong.
I mean, I like to face anyone, and it's only 8 teams on the tournament. It's 2 teams from each region, so it's the 2 teams of the best teams from each region. So every team is deserved to win. It's good to play against every team.
I'm gonna push you a little bit, Nats. Just know, just to get some storylines going. Give me just one team.
One team.
Yeah, give me one name.
EDG.
Oh, I love that. Champs winners, right? That makes sense. Champ runners. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure to watch you guys. One more time, everyone, for these 2. We're going to be back for the grand finals. Okay,
thank you.
Tomorrow it's going to be between Team Liquid and Team Vitality. Have a lovely rest, everyone, tonight, and we'll see you then.
Very, very nice. No extra interview? Yeah, I mean, that's it. Done. Okay, cool. Chat, I reckon, well, but for people that are wondering if we get the draw like Pacific had, that might be tomorrow. They might also do it like as a video on Twitter or something later, because every region kind of does it differently. Shortest EMEA broke. Dude, we got 2.5 hours. I can actually go chill. That's kind of sick. I might go sleep, chat. I might have another nap. Is that gonna own me for later? No, I think that might be. I think that might be right. They said tomorrow for the draw. Okay, I'm gonna trust the one person in chat, and we have a draw tomorrow for but that's for split 1. Whoever plays each other, like 2 groups of 6. Chat, give me a streamer. Who we raiding? Chat. Who's the biggest Liquid non-believer that we can raid right now? That's all I'm saying. Boaster? Now Boaster must have had a bit of belief, right? A lot of TMV spam. I think we nailed it. Chat. Thinking Man's Valo or Thinking Man's Valorant? Which Twitch does he have? Valorant? Valo. Right, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you want to watch some more games, we've got the Americas final. It's going to be in 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to Liquids, because I don't think many people had this. Like, I had a little bit of belief, but I was still thinking that Heretics were going to win. So to do it in this fashion is very impressive. I think the actual work that they put in showed, and dude, I'm happy for the team, man. Really happy for them. What hard work gets you, and you can. If you watch their first game in comparison to like their last 2 games, the improvement is insane for such a short time. And Heretics, the 5 weeks are going to be nice for them to kind of work. All right. Peace, 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 everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you in 2.5 hours, okay? Maybe a little bit under, maybe like 2 hours. All right, thank you, everyone. YouTube chat, thank you so much as well, guys. Make sure you subscribe as well. I appreciate you all.